All right.
In this live stream, Super Raccoon Bros, Ninja Effects, and I, Thunder Reacts, will be talking to the Moderators cast and asking them questions like how did they get involved with the project and etc. Watching to the end because we'll be answering your questions later on during the panel.
Well, that was cute.
Hello, what is up, guys? We're all here.
We are arrived.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Meta cast panel. I'm your host, John Games or Thunder Reacts, and I have two of my wonderful colleagues. We got Super Raccoon Bros and Nidge DFX, my co-host or the co-director.
What's up, guys? Super Raccoon Bros here, and also Nidge DFX, and we're here with the cast of Metarunner. Say hello to the chat.
What's up, everybody?
Hi,
chat. Greetings, chat.
And yeah, for I guess the U.S. people, we apologize. I know it's pretty early, but it's something that's called. There's somewhere else around the world that works for them, and so we're up and we're doing it. We're making it happen. Thank you. If you can make it, and
You see this next to me?
Later,
this is the night sky in Australia.
Well, we do appreciate you guys getting up so early as well.
Oh boy, howdy boys.
That is like true dedication right there.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's nice.
We did this for you. We did this for all of you.
And now this is my first time meeting with you all.
I know you're excited. I can
This is
He's
Nidge.
nervous. So yeah, I guess really quick we'll run off the introductions then. If you want to start, Robin, and who you are, you can put your name, before it on the little so people know when asking questions and stuff like that, or perhaps people just know who you are right away. So it's up to you, all of you that are here.
I'm just that famous. Everybody just knows me.
It's a horrible. I just want a coffee. I just want a coffee. Leave me alone.
I have like 30 really dedicated fans, and they love me. So whatever.
Oh, there you go.
And they should. And they should.
And now for Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin Barry Cotter. From Meta Runner, I am the voice of Theo, but you may also recognize me from SMG4 as I am the voice of SMG2 and Spudnik. Poor old Spudnik.
He suffered so.
You were in one episode, but we remember you so dearly.
Was that another language?
Pretty much. In that studio, yes.
Oh my goodness. Is it?
Yes,
Is it me next? Okay, cool.
It's
Hi
time.
everyone. My name is Elsie Lovelock. I voice Evelyn in Meta Runner. I also voice in Meta Runner one of the girls on the game thing that one of the guys is playing. You know, when he's like, no, that's like me being like, oh, senpai. And then I also in SMG4 voice Psycho, and then in oh god, my mind is blank, sorry, it's quite early. And then I also voiced Bo in the little glitch shorts, which came out while Meta Runner was season 2 was airing. So yeah, hello, it's nice to see you all.
Hi everyone, I'm Brendan, also known online as Trixton, Brendan Barry Cotter. Yeah, I hate how long my name is. But I just voice Masa. I'm okay with that though. I like the character.
Yeah, especially he might be in jail now.
Right.
He might be.
He's a jailbird now. Jailbird.
We're in the jailhouse now.
But at least that segues nicely to who's also in jail with me, most likely.
She is. I don't know how to change my name. I'm really sorry. I'm not tech savvy in any way. My name is Jess Felico, and I voice Belle in Meta Runner. And that is all I voice, along with Masa, because we're buddies and we do everything the same.
So I fist
Jail
bump.
buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Yes.
There.
That thing hanging.
Did we just have a Brady Bunch moment here?
It is
Here's the
very
story.
Right.
Of a lovely
My camera's
lady.
inverted, so when I look left, I'm actually looking right. So it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just gotta do a lot of these because I'm in the middle. I'm gonna be like,
Look at all the people.
So Brady Bunch, isn't it? So next up we have is the leading lady herself.
Hey everyone. Okay, I'm Celeste and I play Tari. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, I also play Tari in SMG4, of course. I also voice a couple of little bit parts throughout the series, which hopefully dedicated fans can work out which one's me, but I don't know if they can because I'm not good.
that's awesome. And Nige, who do you play?
Well, I was gonna say something, but we got an audience. Youngers.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know. I have to bring the humor. Sorry, people that know me know I'm a little raunchy, but you know it's all in good fun. I got nicknames for most of the characters, and maybe I'll sneak them in here and there. I'm just a person that really loves the work that Luke and Kevin created. And I've been a fan for them for about 6 years. I've been watching SMG4 a lot. I did take a break recently. I'm sure all of you know I haven't been on YouTube for a few months. There was something I was going to reveal, but I never really said it to public. I guess I'll say it now. I actually have a child.
Hey, congratulations!
But the kid's actually 5.
Congrats.
I've never told anybody. I kept it a secret because I wanted to kind of keep that out. And I wanted to reveal it at a subscriber special. But I feel like my channel is going so slow, and my kid comes first. So I'm just kind of saying that's why, for those of you that do actually like my channel, that's why. I just haven't made a video and revealed it. But I digress. David.
Well, you're kind of right in every which way. Greetings, I'm David J.G. Doyle, also known as Ozzyroth on YouTube and a few other places, and we've lost somebody.
Who did we lose?
We lost Sally.
Yes.
Yeah, this thing is a bit strange.
She'll be back.
No.
I refuse to go into my introduction until Tari comes back. I will decommission her.
You mean Belle?
otherwise.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Belle!
What am I saying?
Not Tari, you plum.
I guess he's still not.
If you excuse me, I have been shot in the head, so give me just a little.
She's right here.
Everyone saying in the chat like, oh, Tari, come back.
Oh
Sorry.
my
If
god.
anyone didn't understand where that message came from,
Guys,
obviously.
we all know she's in jail.
All right,
wrong
everyone,
character
calm
just
down.
got
She's
shot off.
back.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, she's
There we go.
back.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I was about to read your message from the message board. I messaged from Jess.
It was expletive.
Wow.
My wife is dying of laughter right now.
She's back. Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did the introduction.
Now, anyway, just to finish off my introduction, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, I voice Lux and also Elder Tomato. And in Sunset Paradise, you might have recognized me as the guy who came for his baby and then we never heard from him again.
Nice.
Yeah, you go.
That was strange sus right there.
It was the most fun cameo I've ever had in anything.
Yeah.
I was just told to go nuts with that. So I just went, okay.
I haven't seen it.
I know.
Where's the baby?
It's a saxophone.
My baby.
My baby. I just went, okay. I know like 30 different jazz musicians. I'm basing this guy on all of them.
A free match.
Somehow it kind of works.
So yeah, we want to thank to the people who help us with the panel. Shout out to Robin for helping us with this panel, and also our manager Clayton. Shout outs to him. Thank you so much for putting this panel together. We really appreciate it. Clayton and I went through a lot of messages on Twitter. It was like 60 replies on that tweet, and I'm like, oh boy, both of us were really scared because we had to pick a few. Some we can't pick because NDA, but we pick a handful. So it's in the banners, by the way. Surak Bros and Nidge. And it's all from the fan. This is just fan questions, and then later on we're gonna get to the chat, and I think the chat is gonna be so clogged up because a lot of the messages. But we'll try to get to your messages. We have some moderators over here.
Where's Thanos when you need him? Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh my god, spoilers.
So yeah, Jason, can you go on with the first question we have in the banners, by the way?
Yeah, I can't manage it.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it. There you go. Here you go.
Ooh, that's cool.
Ooh,
Okay.
Fancy.
We'll take turns, by the way.
All right.
We'll take turns.
Okay.
So this one comes
All right.
from Rachel. How did each
Okay.
of you get involved with the project, and your favorite part about working on the show?
Okay.
Are we going to go in the same order? I think we should probably maybe order it answers again.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So, Rob?
Which makes it kind of awkward because Robin kind of got involved because of me somehow.
Yep, I blame you.
I got involved because of her.
Pretty much.
She
Blame
dragged
Robin,
me into
everybody.
this.
Then
you.
Anthony got involved because of me. With then turn Elsie got involved because of him. It's an incredible chain.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's a one giant
Wow.
circle.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, David messaged me while Brendan
Maybe-
was
yes.
traveling through the States. And they were just looking for a little kid, and he was like, they're looking for someone to sound like a little boy. Robin, you're the first person I thought of.
I don't know if I should say thanks or slap. No.
It's warm and fuzzy.
That's right.
You're
When I think of a little boy, I think of you, Robin.
Oh, Robin, it's not an insult. It's just because whenever you talk, I just want to punt you away.
This is love. This is love.
I'm kidding people. It's okay. It's a joke.
It's fine, guys. It's
Oh
not
my
like this happens every
goodness
day.
Right.
But yeah, I tried out. Got the voice of Theo, and just been helping out with Glitch in whatever way I can, because I did a little bit of writing for SMG4, but now I'm the production assistant, just helping out in any way that I can. If you've been watching Sunset Paradise starting from episode 3 and up, every single lip flap and eye blink that you see was me. I make them talk.
Thank you for your service.
Amazing.
Nothing compared to what,
really
what the
cool.
animators do. They do the work. It's like, hey, Robin, polish it. Okay. There.
That's
I made 'em
amazing. That's fantastic.
Sally,
Really isn't
damn
hard
inverted
for me.
camera. There we go.
Sorry.
Okay. So I there was a post on like a voice booth which I did a course with a while ago, long time ago, and they had put up a post about these two roles, and there was the original drawings of Tari and the original drawing of I think Belle was in it, and I think Theo was in it as well. And I actually did an audition for Theo as well. So somewhere in my files is me doing a Theo audition.
We must hear this.
One's an Australian version and one's an American version. So I'll have to see which is the way to go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is quite interesting. And so I did an American and Australian version of Tari, and it was so exciting to get the role, because I always wanted to be in animation and gaming, and so to actually get a show that was both animation and gaming was a massive deal. And even to get called back for it was thrilling, absolutely thrilling. I was like, this is, and I looked at her and went, I want to be this role. She's just beautiful design. Everything about her is glorious. And it was so exciting. I'm glad I didn't get Theo, because Robin's perfection in the role. So yeah, I'm very glad to have gotten Tari. Yeah.
You are so perfect as her. Your performance is just, when I watched that, I was just so enamored with you. I love the fact that she's actually authentically Australian as well. So I just have to gush a little bit, because when I first watched the first season, I was just like, God, she's so good. Who is she? And then I was like, oh my God. So yeah, sorry, I'm just gushing a bit over you, Celeste.
Oh gosh,
it's just so good. Well, everyone is fantastic, but yeah, you're just so good. Oh my goodness.
Well, your voice too,
sweetheart.
I
Really
like
lovely.
your voice too. Yeah.
Is it
having the authentic Australian is such a beautiful thing to
oh
have.
My God, it is. It's so rare.
You don't have it anywhere.
It's not common.
It's not common at all. That's why I was so, I love when projects actually go with really authentic accents, and Australian is hard to find. So I was just like, oh. But yeah, sorry, I won't
be.
You mean you don't like when all the other people do inauthentic English accents? I'm sure you've never had that before.
I think we should all attempt our inauthentic.
You mean you don't like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins?
Oh yeah,
everyone,
he's great.
Say the line, Bart. Say the line. British.
Step in time. You got to say step. I don't know why he does that, but that's what he does in the movie.
I have no idea. Oh my God, don't even get me started. Sorry, I won't hold it up anymore. Shall I?
Sorry, go on.
Is it my turn? I don't know. I just don't want to hold it up too much. Yeah, so I actually auditioned for Lucinia at first. So I did obviously who they chose. Amber is absolutely amazing. Amber Lee Connors, who is so fantastic. And then about a year later, because I remember being so upset because I was like, this show is so cool. I want to be a part of it so bad. And then a year later, I got sent an audition for Evelyn, and they're like, oh, we want her to be British and she's really snobby. And I was like, my time to shine. So I sent several auditions, and we kind of played around with the voice a bit. There is an audition that exists where she's really high pitched, which I think would have actually broken people's minds if she'd been even more annoying than she already is. So so I auditioned for her and got her, and I was really, really happy. Oh my God, I was so happy. And then that's the story. So I was like, Lucinia at first, and then Evelyn. So yeah, I'm just so happy to be a part of this show. I can't even tell you. She's just amazing. She's literally probably one of my favorite characters I've ever voiced in anything ever. No joke. And she loves pink. I mean, hello, look at my chair.
I mean, you have the most appropriate Evelyn chair ever.
That is Evelyn's perfect. My favorite color. When I first saw her room in the show, I was like, oh my God, I want that to be my room. Gamer girl room. But yeah, no, that's my story. So yeah, Brendan, you go.
For me at the time, Robin was saying, oh, David said there's a show that needs a boy character. And we actually met through doing an abridged series yonks ago. And she played the perfect boy voice for this boy character. And so that's how we met. And I was like, at the time, there was this competition that Chuck Huber had held called Now Voice This. And it was the first time it was out. And I made it in the finals. And I was like, oh, man, didn't win. But you know what? If I can come this far, maybe I should go to LA or go to Texas and get some more further training. And so at the time, David's like, you should consider auditioning for the show. I'm like, no, I'm going to go to LA or Texas. I'm going to try and get more training. And at the time, I stopped by a studio called Cadence Sound Studios and got a demo recorded there. Little did I know the person who was recording my demo, Amber Lee Connors, would be in the show later. So it's sort of funny how things come full circle.
But yet What about when it came to Masa? Like, what type of voice were they looking for specifically?
They were after specifically early on a Steve Bloom esque voice, so very Spike Spiegel, So
yeah.
and then what I found was I could do a Bloom impression, but it doesn't leave, if it's too guttural and too deep, there's not much room for emoting. So we had to sort of change the voice a bit. But like, it's funny that when I came back though, like they're like, hey, we got an audition for this, they want this character. And I went, yeah, I'll give it a go. And yeah, like here we are. Favorite thing about working on the show, I think the creativity of not just the people who work on it, but all like the passion from everyone who's a fan of it too. Like I get tagged in so many things, and it never ceases to amaze me how like dedicated like they are to like, they just love our characters as much as we do, and like it's special, and it feels like you've done something right as an actor when you something you've made is like touching people. Anyway, yeah, on to David.
I forgot to answer that second half of that question, but that's a good answer. I'm going to go with your answer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Right, I'm not last for a change. That's different. Guess what, Jess? You're going to be last for a change.
Pointed in the other direction.
Jess, what happened to you? You're wearing a hat.
It pays to be up there, so I can just point down.
I'm very masculine today.
Oh, you're down. Yes. Actually, it was actually weird how I started, because I was actually notified by my voice acting mentor, a man by the name of Rick Herbert, who's one of the top echelon in Australia. And they kind of realized that he was a bit expensive because he's also union. So they asked him, we're actually looking for someone, Luke and Kevin. Do you know anyone who could do it? And then Rick, being the humble man, being the humble guy he is, said, not only do I know the perfect guy for him, he's one of the best 5 in the field. And when he was telling me that, I went, wow, thanks, Rick. That is really flattering. That is also an incredible amount of pressure. And then he said, don't worry, I didn't tell them that you're better than Keith Scott, which I'm not. He's Australia's Mel Blanc, pretty much. Like Blinky Bill, Bullwinkle, and so many other great things. He's incredible. So when they yes, I got the same audition sheet as the original 4 had. Original 4, me being as well as the original 4, that feels weird to say. And when they're looking at, they were after something a bit more Troy Baker. I went, okay, I'll give them that. But I also want to see if I can do something a bit more original. So when it came to voicing Lux, it's ironic because he kind of looks like me back when I was a bit younger. Yet he's actually older in this. When I had the buff body and the hair. Damn genetics.
Where are those blonde
when
locks?
I see it.
And then, but then they also learned that thanks to looking at my demo reel that I could do Optimus Prime or something related to Morgan Freeman. That's also how I got the role of the Elder Tomato.
I love Elder Tomato.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Can I just say,
He's so much fun to do.
he's my
Something.
favorite.
I like the pilot for Ultra Jump Mania, by the way, because if
want
more
more
people watch it
episodes
like
of that.
Yeah.
Guys, I want you to take a screenshot of David right now, all the fans watching, and just animate Lux's hair on top to make him feel awesome.
if you're going to do that.
There you go.
Come on,
Take that
people.
shot.
Oh, God. Ferris fan, me too.
Oh.
Let's go.
What's with all the bald dudes today?
Even better, just have the Goku hair.
You're like, and suddenly we all peel off our hair and reveal that we're all actually bald.
Robert, it's time.
Now, as to favorite part about working on the show, well, my favorite part was a couple of things. One, just getting involved with this sort of animated series, because it's something that's been on something in dream of mine for a while. Like, yeah, I've done a few independent projects, a few independent games and commercials, a lot of commercials, of which there's almost nothing to do but commercials with voiceover in Australia. These guys are looking at saying, yeah, these guys are, because when Yoram Gross retired and sadly passed away, pretty much anything to do with Animation Australia just died. And whenever there was something to do with Australia, it's usually done overseas or just hardly ever done. So things like Bluey and Metarunner actually were things that actually helped slowly bring it back. So it's one of the favorite things about that. I'm hopefully part of a renaissance. Also helps that I have connections. Also helps that I have connections. Like a few of the season 1 folk kind of came from my circle, and then the season 2 folk came from a mixture of, well, Anthony and Brendan. But then when it comes to Bill, a lot of people have asked me this. Like, did you know Jessica Felico? No, never knew her before anything. And yet somehow learned that she had a little bit more fame than realized, because you were in a show which I never even realized you were in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember
The show was
Home and Away.
No.
Transition.
When you're a kid, tell them about it. Do it.
When I was a kid, I don't even know what you're talking about.
When you were younger, you were in something. You
Farscape,
said it
come
was
on.
Oh, Farscape? Farscape.
You were not in that. You were not in Farscape.
Oh my god.
I was in
No,
Farscape.
you were not.
That's what it was.
I used to
Well,
watch
just
that all the time as a
celebrity.
kid. What the hell? Oh my god, yes.
Represent.
I love you even more now. That's
It's like
insane.
my favorite show.
I
and
watched
oh
the
my
hell
God.
out of that show.
You were Rigel, right?
Yeah.
Finally, yeah.
I'm like, I'm
It was a cool show. It was a
shook.
cool experience,
I
yeah.
loved that show. What the hell?
It was so good. Yeah.
Speaking of
Which on
Jess,
that
we
note-
should probably move on to
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Jess. You go on, yeah.
No, that's
You
fine.
can have your turn.
Gracias. I got involved the exact same channel that Celeste did. I saw a post on Facebook through the same group, and originally they actually only put up Tari and Theo. So I auditioned for both of them, and the guys got back to me and said that they really liked my voice, but they didn't quite suit those parts, and obviously they had better people in store. And then I did Belle, and that stuck. So that was nice, and that was exciting. And I like playing the bad bitch and the antagonist. So I enjoy playing
So
Belle.
But now she's like,
Bad bitch with a
You
heart
got,
of gold.
you got competition now, you know.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
she's superseded me.
Now you're gonna be like, yeah, you're all
now
like,
she's like,
such a good
Yeah, but
antagonist.
Belle's cool.
Now we have
Evelyn is
Evelyn.
Just
Yeah.
awful. But Belle's actually really cool.
No, they're
All
both
right.
great in their own right. Completely different. And probably not each other's cup of tea in any way, shape, or form.
I love the scenes where you're together, where it's the two of you together, and like Belle's just so
Yeah, she's just like,
frustrated with
shut
Evelyn.
up,
It's
you
like,
internal rage.
yeah.
Just,
Great.
I just wanna
Evelyn
punt
is
you into the
everything
sun.
that Belle would detest.
Yes.
But I've loved working on the show, and my favorite thing is just having seen the humble beginnings the boys have come from, and
Oh yeah.
how disciplined they are and how determined they are, and what they've built is just exceptional, and I'm quite in awe of them. Yeah, they're just
We
phenomenal.
used to record in a house.
We used to
Honestly,
record in a house. Yeah.
Like their story. I mean, yes, the story of Metarun and how it all came to be is fantastic, but this story is their story, and where they came from to where they are now is huge. And like
yeah,
for
their
those who don't
drive
know it, go
is-
back and
ugh.
watch. I think there's one where they talk about where they started.
hmm
Oh, we lost
Yeah,
someone.
yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I have to watch
Oh,
it.
no,
But like, I mean, the first season we recorded in a little room that they had retrofitted to
Right.
soundproof, but it was near the airport, so you had to wait for planes coming over all
Oh
the time.
no! Oh,
was
that's
just-
the
Like
worst.
it made it so quaint and special, like because that's their origin story. It's awesome. That's how they got
That's
started, and I love
Yeah.
that.
It is
The room
fantastic.
where they animated was next door. So when they were recording, like, excuse me one moment, they were, guys, shut up! I'm recording. Like, sorry about that. We're like, that's cool.
okay, sorry, Dad.
And now we have to go to a bit of tradition. Okay, 2 bits. One, she was pregnant at the time with twins when she was recording for Tari.
Not me.
Wow.
Wow.
He can't.
Brendan, wow.
Oh, geez,
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought no one would notice, but I have a definite baby glow.
This
Oh,
is
that's
Brilliant.
brilliant.
in front of camera. This is right. This is my left hand, not my right. This is my left hand.
Is your
But
camera
she's the one
inverted?
who was pregnant
Okay,
with
am I
twins at
back?
the time.
We're-
And
Why?
yeah,
You're back.
Back,
Back.
back,
Am I
yeah,
back?
yeah.
Okay.
No,
You're back.
Yours is
Okay,
right, which
okay.
is left.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
I'm pregnant
That you
now,
were-
Missed all
apparently.
that.
David was saying that
David
you were
said that I had
pregnant
twins.
during the time we were recording.
Is there a way to invert this camera?
Yes,
I gotta see
I
this.
was very pregnant with twins when we first started recording.
Oh,
and do you remember,
that's
guys, in the first
amazing,
episode
though.
or two, when I know, right? Oh, I was so pregnant by the last time then I think we took a break, like a mid-season break in season 1, and I gave birth in the middle of that break.
Oh,
so it was insane. It was
Her
just
twins are freaking adorable, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they are
They are
so adorable.
What's up,
Both
Jess?
boys, girls, or
I
Twin
have
girls.
identical twin girls.
identical?
So-
Oh.
and they had their
Fire.
birthday. They
Identical.
turned 3 on the 18th, so they turned 3 just a couple of days ago. So that tells you
Oh
the
my
anniversary.
goodness, happy
You must
birthday
be
to
together,
you.
So
guys.
the name's Tari and
No.
all right.
We've got, and then I'll tell you their names are Valerie and Eliza because they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous little
Yes,
people.
right.
Y'all
But
got
I
some
remember
so
in our
gorgeous.
first 2 episodes we recorded back to back, and I'm sure I don't know if you guys told this story when I was frozen, but I had to scream because I think it was when I was
Yeah.
being the arm was being
You did.
drilled in the first episode,
Mhm.
and you guys all had to hold foam above
Foam
my
boards
head.
over your head.
Oh my
Because-
goodness, no
It was
way.
like you were in a
We
little
did
TV
voice
show.
stand-up.
We were all like,
Wow.
yeah, it was just like a little
Must have been a lot of
room.
pressure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so they just held it
We were
above my
literally
head
like
so
this.
that it wouldn't, because I think it was like ringing the fan or something. It was really
It was.
quite.
Yeah, the fan just kept getting into the recordings. We literally had to like pat her.
One division.
Oh my goodness, that's
I
crazy.
remember putting comforters over my head when I used to do a bunch of metal because I was in a
Oh, yeah.
band. and
Yeah.
everything.
Throw the dooner over the top.
When I started off with no budget, I literally had a blanket over my head singing. My one roommate walked in and he's just laughing. He's like, "What the hell are you doing, child?"
It works. It works. It looks silly, but it works. A
Sound
dooner or a blanket over the top works.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Now,
Does
be
a
warned
green
as well
shirt
about
count?
us. We have very bad habits of ranting and going into great big
Oh,
talks.
yes,
We're gonna
we do,
try. We are going to have to try and
Let's try
keep pace with
answering
the-
a second question.
Yeah. We want to go
Yeah,
make it
because-
5. The record's 4.
It's been like half an hour.
2 hours.
Maybe if we're
later.
lucky, we'll answer 3 questions.
Next question. What's your favorite episode of season 2 from Commander Beanie Bean?
Commander Beanie Bean is the best name, by the way.
Rob first.
That's a good
Probably my favorite episode is The Many Adventures of Theo and Shouty Lady. Hey, Shouty Lady!
Aw.
Dragon Lady. That's a pretty
That
cool
is the
title.
best
Shouty
line
Lady.
from season 2 was when I think it was Lamar calling Belle the Dragon Lady, and Belle's just like, it's a pretty cool title, actually.
I approve.
Yeah, literally.
You're not offended at all. You're just like, yeah.
I'll learn
It
it.
just grows her ego.
There's that one where
Literally.
Theo and Belle have to work together, but also I like the Pakagakuse. Pakagakuse.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
fantastic.
That was I was actually going to say that's my favorite one by far. It's beautiful. That scene is just everything in that episode is so good. And like at the end when they're going on their dates, in the credits, they're going on their Gakusei dates. Oh my god!
Why
I love
Theo's
that.
being
Very
tortured in
cute.
it?
It just keeps pushing it up between the date and Theo like, ah!
I can
I
imagine
love
the
it.
lines.
I want
from-
to chime in. That is also my favorite episode. And I think
Yeah.
Nidge laughed in that episode. Nidge, you know what? There was like a scene where Theo was glitching in the walls
Yeah.
and he just did like
I
that.
did this right away. I was one of the first people to point that out. I caught that on during the whole reaction. Everyone's like, "How did you even see that?" I'm like, "Well, I have crackhead reflexes, so it's natural. I'm a gamer."
I think Robin
Yeah,
commented about that.
And she tweeted it right away. I'm like, I know exactly what she's talking about. And then I had to go back and like pause it just right to get that. Like,
It's so hard to pause it because it's just like one frame of me going like, pace,
Yeah.
bitch.
That was fire.
I think
mean,
Nidge.
it's hard,
was.
though. I
I think
liked pretty
Nidge
much.
watched it 0.25, like 0.25, slowing the speed. Like he
Oh,
must have done
I
that.
guess to capture the frame, I think I did slow it down for that just to get it. Because
I mean, you have to because it's so quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was very-
That's what we call in the industry an Easter egg.
we call it
Speaking
a
of quick
glitch.
Easter eggs,
Just like this guy.
Yeah.
So I remember when recording that episode with the the dating sim and all this depressing stuff had just happened with Tari and she was basically being held a prisoner and all these things. And then I remember recording and Jasmine telling me that I had to make it really happy and funny. And I'm going, what are you talking about? I could not envision in the slightest how Tari would be happy to be in this dating sim in any way. And once I saw it, I was like, okay, now it makes sense why this is working. Because you just can't imagine what it is when they're describing it to you.
Haley was having way too much fun with those two.
Yeah,
The
she's
girl
so
versus
I
great.
can't
Sophia.
imagine why.
Ask her about it because she'll tell you a few really good stories about it. So
What's
I suppose
Elsie's
that's.
favorite?
Am I
Oh,
doing
so,
it right
yeah.
now? Is it right
Yeah,
now?
there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
right.
go. You got it.
Everyone point at Elsie. Point at Elsie.
Everyone point at Little Miss Thickness. Evelyn.
No. Little Miss Thickness.
I don't know who I'm pointing.
Red Thickness is Belle. Little Miss
This is Belle
Thickness is
now.
Evelyn.
Little Miss Thickness, oh my
Little
God.
Miss Thickness. Start saying that. People start hashtagging that. I'm
Well,
like,
technically, isn't
My
Tari now
fingers-
Miss
I
Thickness?
saw that. I
Now
was
she's
like,
started-
right.
Her big butt's now
Yes.
started memes.
I was like, bruh. Yeah, I think honestly, like all of it is my favorites, but I have to be really egotistical and say like my favorite ones are like the glitchy myth battle, just simply because I just think the soundtrack is so good, it's so tense, and I just I've always wanted to be a horrible, vile villain, big monster, because I love kaijus and all that kind of stuff. I love like, Godzilla and everything. So I was like,
How convenient!
Yes!
I would just watch Godzilla vs. Kong before we get to the
oh really?
stream.
It's great. I love it. I love all that stuff. So I was like, I get to be in a horrible, grotesque, and my voice is all edited. I was like, hell
Terrifying.
yes.
I did not think
It's actually really horrible looking. When I saw it, I was like, oh,
really a horrifying moment.
that
And you
was
know,
terrifying.
my kids have watched the show, and they love it. They love watching Tari and red Tari and green Tari and
oh, that
blue
must be
Tari.
so lovely for them.
You're all called Tari.
We're
by
all
the way.
versions of Tari.
Angry Tari. There's Angry Tari. That's Masa is Angry Tari. But I got to that bit and I actually had to press stop because I thought I cannot show
It's
this.
kind of scary. I
It
know.
is
That's
like
what I mean.
pure horror.
It is
I love
strong
that
blue
though.
versions of-
And I also I love the last episode as well, obviously, just because the tension and the drama is so great. Like that whole scene outside, with Lux and the, what happens. It's just like, oh my God. And yeah, I'd probably say probably the last ones are my favorite, just simply because the emotions are really heightened. Everyone sounds so good. Like the acting from you guys is so friggin' amazing. Sorry, I almost swore. And it's just really, it's just great. But yeah, those are my
One of
favorites.
the animators had to point out with that glitchimus, the bottom portion was Theo's pants, and I'm like, I don't like it.
I love that. Yeah, it's like wearing these the torn
They're
boxer
like all,
shorts. I was
all
like,
pieces
I'll have to have a
of
look again.
styling.
they're all pieces of Ultra Jump Mania, and the bottom pants is Theo's pants, and I'm like, I don't like it.
I don't like that at all.
I do love
Very-
I love the little bit in there when you and I are running, Robin, and I say you and I like we're in it, but when Tari and Theo are running and we glitch and we become like season 1 Tari and Theo, and then back to
That
season
bit's so
2.
great. Oh my
Oh,
God, I
so
love
good.
that.
That was a great comeback.
that was
That was a
brilliant.
really
So
good comeback.
beautiful.
In that episode, I love if you look in the distance, you see a massive giant elder tomato in the background.
Yes, you do.
I saw that.
Look in the
It's
back.
so
You'll see a
good.
giant
Enough.
tomato.
They made him
It was
into
so
a
cursed.
massive
It was-
tomato.
it-
You can
it was
eat
cursed,
food
but
of
beautiful.
hunger.
I'll
It
have
was
to see
cursed,
it.
yeah.
I haven't seen that bit. Oh.
Even Kevin was just like, wow.
But,
best.
isn't it? Technically,
Sorry,
yeah.
Brendan, you go now. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
I wasn't like, hey, it's my turn now, guys. Back up. I lost track. I'm having too much fun. I lost track.
I know it's fun.
Um,
Yeah, you lose track. Yeah.
For me, look, I'm going to say two things because it's like obviously last episode's amazing for me as an actor for what happens with my character, but I really love the moment where in the Heart to Heart episode he's processing trying to trust Belle. Like he's really struggling with it. Like everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and like, right, Master is like, "No, we're not doing this."
Wow.
And
And then you mute her.
Wow.
yeah, but that line, like, I can't, do this. Like, where it's basically, I can't do this again. I love that scene, but yeah, and then the last scene, obviously, like the animators nailed the small intricacies. I thank them in person. If you look at the face, the little twitches, the little hand gestures when he drops the gun. Oh,
Man, he
it's
gets
art.
has
Yeah.
a rough
They
one.
really-
Come on, Master.
Yeah.
Pay
The
attention
checkmate
to
moment.
detail.
And even when he
Yeah.
tries to like, he goes, "Oh, my face is wet," like, and then tries to like. You look at his hand when he does it. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. They did such an amazing job.
Wow.
But it's super depressing, obviously. Like everyone was just like, "You okay, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I feel stupid.
My face wasn't wet. My eyes were
Lived
sweating.
it.
Yeah, his eyes were
My eyes
sweating.
were sweating. That's what happened.
The great part about it too is that tension drops off and then peaks back up straight away. Like the timing of that is so well done that everyone's like, "Oh my god." They're like, "Yes, do it." And they're like, "No, okay, don't do it." They're like, "Oh no, don't do it." Like they go from these 3 beats so quickly.
Imagine,
it's brilliant.
imagine that the fans keep saying kill Lux, but then you didn't do it. But then it worked, and the arm reacted to the job.
I have a confession.
Few
I
fun
went
stories
through
from
on YouTube. I went through on YouTube and I watched as many reactions to that last episode to see that moment. And it was
Really?
funny watching people going, "Yeah, get him. Oh no, don't do it."
This should be a compilation of many people who saw
It
that.
means you're doing something right with your story, with your acting, and with your animation if you're getting those beats to shift so quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, careful.
On to David now. I'm not going to be selfish.
No worries, highly appreciated. Well, you were selfish enough. You didn't stop him hard enough. But anyway, a bit similar answer because I actually have a favorite episode as a viewer and a favorite episode as an actor.
All right.
Favorite episode as a viewer, big shock. It was Heart to Heart. Just seeing Tari reconnect with MD5 in
Oh yeah.
of all friggin'
You gotta
things
tell me
in a
what they
friggin'
are.
week.
It was a astonishing.
That was hilariously touching.
With the mute.
And then again, similar moment when Masa was trying to say, I can't handle a third time. And then of course seeing another I'm pointing right. This girl obviously having way too much fun, yelling at someone, only to realize she was on mute later on.
I wonder if it's a lost line.
Oh man, that was so funny. I laughed so much when I said that.
This whole time.
I think this whole time. I missed that bit in the script because when I saw it, it was like reading it I just saw it for the first time. I'm like, that is quality.
Yeah.
I do love how
yeah.
Brendan said, "What?" when Sophia and Lamar's looking, I'm like,
Come
really?
on.
Like,
Hey
what?
guys, I've changed. I am now the comical relief.
I do love that you also like that Masa doesn't change his screen name. His screen name's just like Masa, isn't it? Isn't that your?
I love it. Yeah, the little
Yeah,
and you were
guys said-
Oology or something like that.
like there were some really interesting names, and then yours is just like Masa or something.
low effort.
Yeah. But my favorite episode as an actor, okay, I did like Lux because he was a challenge, because he's not the most complex character, but I had to make him complex. And I love the direction, that actually in the early days we had different directors, but it was always the same thing. Like the early days, we were directed by Luke and Kevin. And I remember the first thing when that line, Belle, change of plans. I no longer want Tari for her powers. I want her. They said, all right, here's how you have to do it, Dave. You have to make this a meme. You have to make it so good that it's meme-worthy. So we're basically saying this guy has to be so complicated he becomes a different kind of meme, and I love it. But when it came to the last episode, where he was showing his true colors, like where he thought he was always the good guy. Like I always had that before, but this is when it actually came out. Saying, you're the good guy, but you're still a dick. That was a lot of fun to do. But you know what? But here's the part, though, where I was actually really annoyed about the whole thing.
What is it?
Well played. Code of enemies, man. You don't freaking kill your opponent when he's complimenting you.
What are you talking about?
I was worried about the batteries would run low.
I love the fact, but again,
At least
I just have to say,
teabag your corpse. You got to at least look at that. That didn't happen.
Guys, how do I share an image? Oh my god. Someone made the meme.
Oh my god, wow. You guys work
You mean
so
of the
fast.
hair?
Share it.
all right.
Hold on.
Okay, if you guys are
Immediately
working,
go to Jessica.
I want to see it.
while you guys are working on that, let's have Jess answer her question.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I really like the final episode. But, I want to see the picture because he's reacting so hard.
I'll
It's a
share.
good one. I'm gonna speed talk now. I just like, oh, it's happening. What's happening?
Whoa! Something's happening. Elsie's face. Elsie's having a great laugh there.
Oh,
There you go, Carla.
Oh,
That's your husband.
wow.
They both got hair. That's awesome.
That's 10 out of 10.
Oh, Brendan.
Did they give Brendan a gun, or am I imagining that?
You really
No, I got a gun.
hair.
Oh, I thought you got a gun.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I was like, he was like holding a gun there.
It looks like holding a gun. Oh my god.
That's my headphones. Change it to a gun, please.
What's up with the hair,
That's
bro?
amazing.
All right.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I feel bad. I'm robbing
Really
Jess.
good.
I'm robbing
Yeah.
Jess. All right, back to
Sorry,
Jess.
sorry.
So great.
Oh, no.
So great.
It's not even interesting now.
You look like Walmart.
It is.
Oh, that's so funny.
Bro, you look like Walmart Christopher Reeves, bro. Or not Christopher Reeves, Walmart Keanu Reeves, my bad. What that
Wow.
black
It is
hair.
very Keanu. That's
What?
right.
Oh, it's so good.
Kung Fu.
You look like Keanu Reeves, bro.
Watch us in the freaking spotlight.
Masha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My favorite episode is the final episode, and it's just about storytelling for me, because I always like really well constructed storytelling, and it's beautifully woven at the points that they get to where they're building their cliffhangers. It's just very good writing, and I love that. And I thought all of the characters came together in a really strong way, and the storytelling came to a really good head. And yeah, the final episodes tend to be my favorite because they're so well thought out and constructed. Yeah.
I will say
Oh,
the way you
100%.
delivered your
And also
line,
you did tell us
"Go
about
get
it as
out of
well.
here." That broke my heart. The way that you delivered
Yeah,
it,
oh
like,
my
"No,
God,
get outta
you
here,"
in that last
yeah.
So good. Oh my god.
I mean,
Ah.
Belle had such a lovely journey in season 2, so
Such a
that
great
was
character
really
arc.
nice.
Yeah, her character
The
arc is.
evolution was fun to play.
I think it was
And-
great
and
though,
then-
between season 1 and season 2. Like you're saying, Jess, it's just the storylines. There was so many different storylines happening at the same time, unlike season 1 where it was basically following one the whole
Yeah.
time. And so the way that it was woven together in season 2 was beautiful, and the way it came together at the end, it was thrilling to watch. So yeah, you
I want to ask like a James Lipton question. Like, Jess, how did you feel about that character arc? Like how your character changed completely. Like there was enough doubt for your character to shift perspectives and sort of I think there was a lot to play there with as an actor.
Yeah, well, I don't think she changed completely because I still think she was her. I just think she realized that she'd had the wool pulled over her eyes and she was being manipulated. And
Yeah.
because it's Belle, she ain't going to stand for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody gonna stand for that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I really liked that it was all on the down low because I think Belle in her hot temper could have gone a different way, but I liked that she played it safe and was sneaky about it. And I loved that they teamed her up with Theo because it was such a classic odd couple.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
And that just set up such good comedy and it was great. So,
Yeah,
and that
she-
was a really lovely way to amalgamate with the others and come back by pulling her in through Theo. So that was really, yeah, it was just
just
really nice
love-
storytelling and a really nice shift in Belle's character arc. It was nice.
I love how
Yeah,
humble
so-
Belle is when I call her God.
Yeah, because and also
That's
she
love.
holds
We
him
had,
over inside
we had-
Vegeta as well.
We had great debates
Question
about
3.
like Belle about
Sally?
Sorry?
Hello.
He's glitching.
Just be sucked into the
You
game.
have to go in and get her.
We'll put her in the backstage room. We'll put her in the backstage room.
Just quickly on the
Say
topic
that
of
way.
Jess, I really loved how
Oh, never mind.
vulnerable
Do
also
that.
your character was at the same time.
There we go.
Was that me? Sorry.
Your internet-
Yeah,
your
I was saying
internet
I
was
loved how vulnerable your
freezing, by the way.
character was in season 2 as well.
Damn,
There's a
you gotta
lot of
keep-
Oh, thank
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jasmine really wrote and directed it really beautifully, and I was very clear with what the intention was for Belle and where she was going. So that was nice. It was a nice shift from season 1, and there was such a nice antagonist in Evelyn. So Belle no longer had to wear those shoes.
It was very interesting how it shifted like that. And
Yeah.
I could sense season 3 is going to be pretty fire with the two of you. Evelyn.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna get
No,
Gotta
hold
be,
back.
because-
Hold
We're just
back.
waiting for a call
Hey,
any day now. Any
hold
day now.
back
We'll
on
know.
season
That'll be
3.
nice.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, no spoilers.
Hold back.
I'm just saying.
But now,
We're
speaking of
looking forward
anything
to it.
free
If it happens,
related,
we're excited.
what's the third question?
Oh
Also,
yeah.
I got a message from 2 of the animators from MetaRunner. Gerard, not to interrupt, but Gerard said, or Jared, why do I keep calling Gerard? Because it's the way it's spelled. Hi, Jared. Jared says, you guys are so wholesome, so thank you. And Raphael says,
Thanks for your hard work.
Awesome is a great way to describe it.
Yeah, Jared. Like I heard from Luke and Kevin. They had like 2 animators who were working on season 1. For Jared and the other animator, thank you for putting your hard work. That like 2 animators is so hard. I mean, I have a show that has like 2 animators, and I can feel it's so difficult. And me as a director, it's a little bit challenging that like you're not gonna find that much animators for the first season. I know it's like a little bit stressful, but shout out to Jared for being the production manager. That is, damn, he's like all of the creative team is very. Wow! Shout out to the creative team.
And for fans, you won't realize how hard those people work.
Yeah,
as an actor, you might have to redo lines like in a short deadline. These people don't sleep. That's how hard they work.
They actually don't.
And
also, Raphael
I'm
says
pretty
this
sure
is a
I'm
fun
messaging
stream.
Jasmine at like midnight sometimes. So you know, Jasmine's up at
What were we
least
saying?
all the time working.
And
Raphael
says,
said, "This is a fun stream." That's what Raphael said.
Aww.
and now, question trois. Why am I doing the Disney?
Are we seriously on question 3? Oh my god.
We're in question 3.
Shout out to the creative team. All of you are amazing. Like 2 animators trying to animate 10-minute episodes. That is dedication right there. Like they really care about this project. It always reminds me.
The team expanded, of course. Later
it
on,
reminds me.
but
I hate to say it about this show, but Has-Been Hotel, like it's like Has-Been Hotel. They put in like
they really like it's amazing when like the indie creatives they have like the most amazing drive, and I think like
it really does.
I was gonna say 8 seconds of anime, if I'm not mistaken, takes almost about 40 hours to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
So,
with Has-Been, I mean that took like 2 years.
Yeah, but just to put that in perspective, everyone. So, because here's the thing that I know a lot of animators cringe when they hear this question, and especially fans when they visit. When's the next one coming out? When's the next? It's like, I need it now. I need it now. Drop
It takes a really long time. Like
I used to edit like a lot,
but it would be worth the wait.
But I'm never an animator. But just even doing the editing, I know it's a lot. So it's like the animator is even like worse. Like
yeah,
it's like
oh god, yeah.
tier, like you gotta have passion to do it. You can't. You can't just be anyone to do that stuff. You got to be like born with like there's like this fire inside of you. That's got to be there. If it's not there, you're not gonna make it as an animator. I'll tell you.
I think it's resilience for torment.
Yeah, it really is.
They're like the Narutos, you know what I mean? Like everything.
Oh, there we
go.
But
back to what I was saying, like you know how Viv, Luke, Kevin, they're like all so passionate creators, and they wanted to, and like this project was also fast too, like 2 years in development.
They worked really fast on this one, I think, and like Has-Been itself took like 2 years. I mean, like I remember like when we went to the premiere for Has-Been, and Viv was sort of saying, like you could just see like the relief in her face and just how much work it's taken. And Kevin and Luke are exactly the same. They're so driven, and what they've managed to achieve from the ground up is absolutely insane. But we should probably go on to question 3 because
I just want to say, I want to check. Like, I don't think it's how many questions we get through. I think it's if the people are having fun. Like, just checking.
Oh,
everyone okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Questions.
Can I just say sorry if I keep dropping out? My internet is just so bad. I apologize. I've dropped out about 8
It's all good. It's all good.
We're in Australia. Okay.
All right. So next question 3.
Hit us.
Like you have to struggle with it every day.
All right, what is your favorite catchphrase from your characters?
I mean, I'm programmed to have my own catchphrase because I'm a video game character. So Crackerjack! But also, the second catchphrase he likes is "Wee!" Hit it hard. He loves that one.
Your catchphrase.
My favorite.
Oh, me? Sorry. I was gonna say my favorite is
say goodbye to your waifus because they're mine now.
That's my thing. I love that. I was like, that is great. I love the fact that I get to
That
say
is a
that.
gif.
That comic was so pissed.
Like I did here, they
See-
really enjoy saying that line.
I don't really know if like Masa has that many like catchphrases per se. However, I noticed one that fans really love, which is "Hello, Lux."
Because it sounds like he's about to go like, hello, lover, but it's not.
Alexa, play
Luke
Careless
actually-
Whispers.
Hey, no copyright songs.
Alexa, stop.
Copyright.
Actually, Luke actually took that scene of "Hello, Lux" and actually romanticized it as a meme.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
That was beautiful.
Lux is on the ground. He's like,
Look that up right
"You,"
now.
and then you go back to Masa, and it's all like rose petals and peak shading, and the audio is slow down. Hello, Lux.
I feel like this question is like more or less. This question is more or less. Say the line, Bart.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Now then, in my case, though, well, there'd be a couple. I want her.
Obviously.
I was gonna say, that's pretty creepy.
That is like the
That's
line.
pretty creepy, dude. That was,
Yeah.
the
That's
part
like
you're supposed
That's
to
the
line.
trailer line, Lux.
But
Yeah.
then another one is.
Oh,
now.
God, he was really being creepy.
But then the other one, of course. Okay, in order to actually get this right, I have to do the inverted camera. This is collateral.
What's happening?
Well, the oi has become
Yeah.
renowned.
Obviously, like, it was so obvious.
The chat is filled with oys.
The
Oi is
oi
what you're
has
known for.
been the
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is. I feel like
iconic
that's her now.
catchphrase in the series. It's been like an icon. It's been like memes everywhere about it.
The
About
oi?
oi?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Oh
mean,
my
it's
god, here we go.
only
The messages are
Australian
coming.
one
now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Give us one big oi.
yeah, okay.
Do it.
Oi!
It was too powerful.
It broke
Blue
my
is
heart.
mine. Blue is
I was
mine.
prepared that
Civilizations
time.
were built on
Jasmine
such things.
turns down the
Really
reverb and
put
makes me
force
step
into
back
that
from the
oi.
mic.
The guy that conjured said, "I love that catchphrase, Jessica."
And now,
Thank you. You are welcome. Enjoy it.
They're calling it in chat the oi gang. They formed a gang
Oi
together.
gang.
It's going to be very West Side Story. They're going to be walking along clicking soon.
Oh,
We're
my
like,
gosh, I'm storing the oi.
Oh, you know, remember that Blitzkrieg pop? You know what I'm talking about? The Blitzkrieg pop. Oi! Oi!
Yeah. The jets and the oys. Yeah.
It's gonna have a life on its own, yeah.
all right.
Oi.
And now-
Ari's
And
catchphrase.
now we
Think of
Ari's
officially
got
call
it,
it
like-
the oi
yeah.
gang.
Miss Celeste.
Oh,
I've got one.
yeah.
Now you're over
I gotta be honest with you. I, for the life of me, can't remember any of my lines in season 2. I know
Well,
I
fucking
say.
What's
so,
your
yeah.
catchphrase? Your
I
favorite
know
line
I
in general?
say something about like I know I say calm down, deep breaths to Theo. That's like something I remember because that's our little thing about staying chill. And
He's my big sister.
Look at the
I-
chat
and-
that I left.
yeah, but that's season 1. I know that one. The don't worry, guys, I'll be fine. I mean that's season 1. Give me one from season 2, and I will do it.
Like I
So
said,
heartbreaking.
your
You
favorite
said that
catchphrase
so
in general?
amazingly.
That one, oh my
I
god,
got
I
one.
loved doing that. I loved doing that.
It was so
There you go.
good. Oh
I know
my
that's
God.
season 1 talk, but that just
This
yeah,
one
that
isn't.
just-
No,
I
this
think
is just what's your favorite catchphrase from your characters in general. So you can say whatever line you
Oh,
want.
okay. Well, then my obvious favorite one is the one you wrote, Lux. It's the hey, leave my socks and sandals alone. I think they're cool. Because that's my Doctor Who line, so I'm very proud of that one.
But especially, I know your iconic line, Celeste. I think it's MT5. Let's finish this.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
That's a
let's try
great
it.
one.
MD5, let's finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
And
But
Get
before we go
rolling.
on too far,
I'll say one because Jason's not here. Well. Looks like you could use a ride.
Yeah, oh my
that.
god, I love
Jason.
Jason so much. Oh my
So
god,
good.
Jason is
Oh my
such
God.
a great.
Let's be
person.
honest. Who doesn't love Jason? I'm
Literally,
sorry.
like he's
Do you
so.
have a pulse if you don't love Jason?
I know, literally, like he's so humble as well. Like he voices friggin'
Oh.
Megatron in Transformers right now, and
Isn't
he's
he-
like the nicest guy in the world.
he
He's
really?
Beautiful
yes,
human
he
being.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
human
yeah.
being.
He's so amazing.
Aloysius
Megatron?
Bori in Sunset Paradise. When I was doing the lip sync for Sunset, and I heard him in my headphones, I'm like, Jason!
Actually, fun fact for you there. That was apparently almost me. But the only reason why that they didn't consider me in the end, not because I didn't have the right voice, not because I didn't have the right abilities, but because it was cicada season. And despite how well my booth was,
Dude.
you could hear the cicadas more than me.
And the lorikeets. Oh my god,
no.
recording at home is the lorikeets for me. Far out. It's just like
For
the
our
most
American
annoying
friends,
2
a
hours.
cicada.
I do remember going to Australia and just I was in like some suburbs and I just saw this bird that I've never seen in my life just walking
A
across
rainbow
the street.
lorikeet?
I don't even know what it was, dude. It was like
Yep.
some weird bird. It was on its legs. It was pretty big and it was just walking across the street. I was
Ibis.
like,
Wait,
An
we have a
ibis.
long.
A big
probably,
Oh,
maybe it had a
ibis.
long neck and it was just like just chilling.
Long neck?
Are you
Ibis.
sure it's not an ostrich? Are you sure it's
Australia.
not an ostrich?
Ostrich,
So-
that's what I
When
was
in
thinking.
Australia.
Aha!
When in Australia,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, there's a bird.
The
walking on the
ibis,
street.
also known as the bin chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They
Maybe,
scavenged
yeah,
food.
it probably was. Actually, let me have you keep talking. I'm gonna.
I've got it. I'm getting it. I'm
Look up
getting it.
emu and ibis. They're the two
Alright.
you can look at. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Now,
have a
so
look.
what's
Hold on.
question 4?
All right, yeah. Thank you, David,
All right.
for like keeping
Good.
us in check. Also last time when I was hanging out, like doing the panel by myself, I want to thank David for actually like keeping us in check. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I was a nightmare to deal with. I am sorry I
And
exist.
my number one over here is that African too.
I'm having a great time just listening and chiming in now and then. So
Say-
David, sit up. Sit up. Sit up straight.
Question 4.
All right,
David,
I am sitting up
David,
straight.
raise up a bit. Raise up a bit.
Okay.
Raise up.
What do you
Come
want
on.
about?
Good. Stand a little taller.
Why?
Yeah, have your head touching the top of your camera.
Why?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright,
cute.
No, question 4.
Yeah, Nick, you want to take this question?
it was from Celine and Iker. Was it easier or more difficult to voice your characters for a second time since you guys had already done it in the past?
Good question.
That doesn't apply to me, I don't think.
Sorry, mistakness.
I'll
Just be
sit
like,
this one
yes,
out.
yes.
Yes, of
Oh.
course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll sit this one out.
For me, not really, because Theo never changes. He's still a precious little kid. Like the guy can like go through so much trauma, but still be like, "That was fun." Because
So-
he dies a lot.
The season finale.
Okay,
of the
so
first season
are
was
we
completely-
skipping then, Elsie? Like, I guess we have to.
Oh, skip me. Yeah, skip me. It doesn't
By the
apply
way,
to me. Yeah.
did you look at the bin chicken image? That
I did.
linked?
See, it was that. It was
Yeah.
the bin chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
If you're
I mean,
confused,
this bird.
if you're
On
confused,
Caesar.
look up an ibis. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Ibis.
weird looking
Yeah, that was
bird.
it. It was that.
IB,
I'm
Um,
on it. But yeah, this
so-
question doesn't apply to me. I'll set it up.
So for me, it was harder, but not for reasons you'd expect. For me, it was harder because we were in the middle of a lockdown and I was used to recording at the studio. But because we were in a lockdown, I couldn't leave the house. What I didn't know was I have a severe dust mite allergy. So while
Oh,
everyone
no.
was getting sick with COVID, I
Wow.
felt like I was suffering and I was scared because I was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't, like, I'm always congested. I'm not feeling good. I'm coughing. I'm dizzy. I'm like, yeah. And apparently this is all apparently symptoms of dust mite allergy. And I didn't know. So it was terrifying for me because every time I'd see a doctor, they'd be like, you're fine. I guess you're just crazy, man. Like they're nice about it. They're like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Yeah. Maybe you're just really stressed. I'm like, thanks for that. That's what I need. But dust mite allergy made it really hard because it always at home and not knowing why you're so sick. It's scary. But apart from that, like we got it done, and hopefully people are happy with how I did my lines. But it was a challenge at the time. So it was a little different because of season 1. We could go to the studio, we could record, and it was just different in that regard. But yeah, on to David.
Well, this actually applies with every character I do because, well, even the characters I'm familiar with, I always look back and say, okay, how can I improve on that? What can I do differently? What can I do better? And if I can't be better, then at least be different in some other way. And if I can't be different, then I'll say, okay, time to go Marlon Brando, but keep my sanity on this kind of level of method acting. Okay, maybe not quite like that because I'm more of a voice thief than a guy who likes to go way too far into the back of my head. But when it came to Lux in particular, I just want to say, how can I make this guy deeper, more relatable? I mean, Luke, Kevin, and Jasmine gave me some really great ideas, and of course, they directed overall, so I had to work.
Please don't make the character deeper, or we won't audibly able to understand what he's saying.
Like, how deep can you go?
Yeah.
How deep?
You turn into a demon at one point.
Could you do that?
Well, that's actually kind of how Lux. Well, that's actually how I kind of had to make Lux at one stage, particularly in Fatal Error. Like, he had to become full-on nasty guy. Like, that line, I made you all stars, and this is how you repay me!
That was an intense scene.
I loved it, because it was like you were coming slowly untethered. Like, you were just, like, you couldn't compose yourself
like, a little
anymore.
bit more of Lux's personality popped out through that moment, because everyone's just like, oh, he's just a greedy villain. It's very typical. But that scene opened it up a bit further. Like, you're just a guy trying to run a company and making sure that it doesn't go under. There's no controversies. You're just doing everything you can to protect the reputation of the company. Yeah. And all of this stuff is happening within your company. You're just like, I can't run a freaking building. Come on, guys.
But I love how they use that particular take, because I actually remember that take. It was when Jasmine said, "Dave, are you all right?" I went, "Yeah, why?" I said, "Because I felt a vein burst from here." I went, well, that was probably the animator somewhere else. But yeah, that means I did it right. But yeah, I'm a guy who always likes to challenge myself when it comes to acting in this regard. Which brings us now. Yes, I did get it right this time.
You get it right.
Damn inverted camera. I'm not left-handed. And you should see this is proof. I don't wear wedding rings on right hands.
Sorry, private chat. You guys need to see that. I think we need to show that.
I told you about it. I was just, that's why you might see me laughing. I think one of you guys are saying in the back of the mind, like, what is John laughing about?
Wow.
This is what I'm laughing about.
Why are we always looking at cool stuff when Jess is about to answer someone?
I'm sorry, Jess. Love you.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
All right. Here's what we're going to do.
We're going to show the picture.
Who drew that?
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up my position in the queue so Jess can get her answers done.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, great.
Gold is beautiful.
Top betrayer.
Not the same Jasmine, but
That's
she's
the
also
That's the artist.
Just like, yay.
That's great. I love it.
Okay. Now, back to Jessica.
Hey, everybody.
Back to Jessica.
That's my favorite season 3, I think. Ball master.
We now return you to your season, to your
Script
previously screening thing.
What is the question? Was it more or less difficult? It wasn't more difficult. It was just about fight because of my character arc and her shifting emotionally. It was just about still applying the edge and the tension and the grunt of Belle's voice, but still making her a bit softer and more vulnerable. So balancing that was a little bit tricky, but I think I got that.
You certainly did.
Great. You nailed it.
Absolutely amazing.
But yeah, I mean, and also COVID. COVID was a weird time, but you know, everyone had a weird time, so that's life.
I think everyone hit their characters.
Jessica, you really did. You really did a good job on Belle.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone really, I think, hit their characters, like in the emotion behind their characters. The only one that sort of like wasn't that strong was Elder Tomato. Just them. I wasn't convinced that they were really cared about their quest.
No development. There was no development there. No.
Well, there was no development to go towards.
And all right,
Tari?
Miss
Me.
Celeste.
Yeah, okay. So for season 2, obviously same difficulties as you guys with COVID and lockdown and everything, and dealing with birds and cicadas and all manner and children and all manner of different
And
things.
babies.
And babies.
Lost and leaf blower.
Oh, I tell you what, why is it always when you want to record that they want to do the lawn?
Leaf blowers. Go away.
Go away. But like, and you're right, once we were able to get back in the studio and actually record, it made a difference. But I think I did find it, I was finding it really hard to get the emotions at home. It's so hard when you're stuck in a cupboard with a thing above your head and you're trying to get, it's so hard to get into it. But I've got my studio more set up this time, so I feel a bit better. But it's all ready to go. But I just find that what was tricky for my character was that the season 1, it was clear to me where she was at emotionally. But by season 2, she had grown so much. She was more confident in her abilities as a being able to actually go into the game. She was more confident with people. She was more confident in so many ways. So I had to try and balance it where, she was going through these horrible things that were happening to her, but then also that she was also more confident as a human. And I think that I think that was the challenge for me, and finding the moments of comedy and joy for Tari when clearly her life is just terrible was a challenge. And I enjoyed doing that because it had a lot more development to it. I did miss doing my giant when you go into the Meta Runner vision, but I wasn't allowed to do that anymore because she's like, she can do it now. So I had to be like, and that was it. And I'm like,
I want to say just about Tari. I think it's interesting to see that character really come into their own. You know what I mean? Like, so they're not just like, oh gosh, oh geez, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god!
Yeah,
like,
she was acting like
no.
a
Okay, I sort of feeling my elements here. I have confidence in myself, not this just weak ingenue, who's not sure of herself. I love that the character comes into their own and that they start feeling a part of their own skin and comfortable in it. I think that's so refreshing, not to just be like, I don't know what I don't know. I have powers, but I don't know. Like,
and not
owned
just
it.
not just in her. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but not just in her gaming, in her real life as well. And I think that's what was really cool. Like, she has the strength to stand up to Evelyn. She has the strength to stand up to Belle, which she wouldn't have had in season 1. And that was And I think just trying to realize, okay, this much time has passed and this is where she would be now. And it was such a great development to have that change with her. It was, she needed that. We can't have any more of that Tari who doesn't know what's going on, because she does. She's awesome. So it was fun to kind of go into that new Tari season 2.
Yeah. It's almost
It really has grown like much.
Yeah. Not even hamming it up. I'm really glad they did that, because it showed such character development in the character that they're not going to just be like, oh gosh, I'm cute, but I don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm confident enough. Like, the episode I think that did it was the one when you were fighting against Alcy, and the back and forth, and you're like, no, Evelyn, I didn't ask for any of this.
When
I'm
she
just
actually stood up to her, I was like, yes. Don't take any of her.
Like, Evelyn just walked away, and it's just like,
Evelyn's just so angry at Tari for nothing. It's not her fault, man.
Exactly. It's not her fault.
She didn't do anything.
It's great because it allows...
It's basically...
I'll finish up because I know David's getting antsy. I can see him there. But I will say that it was great for also to see Alcy be able to play off that and explain why she's this way. It's a great window for people to be like, well, why is Evelyn so bitter? Why is she so bitter? Like, this is a stranger. And like, no, it's a freak to them. Like, it's like this freak that just got lucky. I worked my ass off to be here.
Yeah, exactly. I think I really related to that as well.
It kind of reminds me of Deku Contra from My Hero Academia. Like, it kind of make me remember that kind of conversation between them. My Hero Academia.
I was thinking it'd be like a meme, like level 1 noob Tari, level 99 boss, like and Evelyn as well. Like, what a meme would be like her, and then like level 99 would be like her in that big Caillou form. You know what I mean? Like, like a meme or something.
That's why I think, like, even though Evelyn is just relentlessly horrible, it is kind of understandable in a way, because it's very easy for people, you know, to get consumed by like such rampant jealousy that they just can't reverse it. And I think that was like an interesting part of her to kind of explore, is that she is just horrible, but there is actually a reason for it. She's not just being like, you know, it's just she's so consumed by the jealousy and, you know, just not being able to match up to something that's basically, you know, technologically impossible, that she's just, you know, it manifests in just being a total evil B word. So I love, you know, I love doing that and everything. But yeah, sorry, we can go on to the next question.
Oh,
yeah.
Question 5.
Number 5. I'll read the next
I
one.
hope you like
please.
listening to our stories, guys. Let's see.
Okay. When watching the last
You
episode,
don't have a choice.
no, cut me off, please.
Why you're here.
Let me read the question. Okay. When watching the last episode of Moderators Season 2, what was your reaction to it as a whole, and which part of it was your favorite? By Chris.
Now, you know what? Let's reverse the order. This time, going from Celeste.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn
I
it.
was
I can
about
wait.
to run off and grab a charger, so can you?
She's just like, dang it.
Guys, it's happening. Jess, you get to go first.
You get to go first. I'll come back.
And there's
Alright.
this fabulous picture someone's done.
Okay, continue. Jessica, continue.
I loved the moment straight after Masa shot Lux and everyone's reactions. I loved that silence and just the beautiful reactions of every single character, and it was just a really nice moment. I know we're voice actors and I should probably love something we've done, but I loved the silence of the moment and the animation of it, and it was just very well thought out and executed.
100%. It was
For
great.
me, it was the glitchemoth. Just seeing that come to life. I remember reading the script and going, okay,
What's
How?
this thing look like?
the flying fuckery do are you going to do that? I had no idea, because I had no idea about the concept art of this thing. Like, I saw the concept art of other characters and they were having ideas of, I think Marco is kind of based on Jason's looks. I haven't asked them about that, but I'm looking at Marco and I'm looking at Jason going, oh, this can't be a coincidence.
They're
It was a
twins.
coincidence with me and Lux, but I don't think it's coincidence
Jason's
between
just
those
that
two.
good. He preempts like the character and just.
But the glitchemoth,
Yeah.
when that thing just came out, I just went, oh yeah. That's
Yeah. Same. I didn't know what it was going to look
yeah.
like. They told me that it was going to be like a giant mech type thing, but I didn't know it was going to be that grotesque. So I was like,
It was going to be
Like-
nightmare fuel.
yeah, it
No one
was.
told me
like,
what
It
yeah,
was.
Ridley Scott would have been proud.
Like, I
I
see
mean, that is alien level
on my
of
days.
scary as hell.
Yeah.
All right, so
It is.
Celeste, you
I'll
back
pass
in the game
my
now?
position on to Celeste. Yeah.
All right.
Your answer to question 5?
Yeah.
You can read it. It's okay. You got time.
Internet, hold on.
Oh,
My
okay.
internet's
Then
just so bad. It's so glitchy.
How appropriate.
Is one of those birds like chewing on your internet out there?
An ibis. Technical difficulties. Someone draw an
Chicken
ibis
too.
attacking a
like
cable.
Godzilla size,
Yeah.
according to Little Miss Thickness. So I don't know. Like,
Well, my internet's so bad that I'm now using my phone internet, and
You're
it's
doing all right.
it's got like 1 bar. So tell me if I'm just
You're fine.
it sounds legit.
We can
to
hear you
us.
at the moment.
We
Like,
hear you
it
fine.
looks fine.
Don't worry,
Yeah, you're
Celeste.
coming through
You're
absolutely.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah.
Celeste.
We
You're not
can
the
hear
only
you.
one.
Yeah,
who
go
uses
for it.
the internet.
You're
I
good.
think she's lost us, but we've still got her.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
this is
Oh
happening.
no!
Our reaction is that,
Oh.
How's that possible?
F in the chat.
I don't know.
F in the chat, everybody. F in the chat.
so
Never
bad.
left.
Oh no!
All right,
Never left.
keep
Being here
talking.
the
I'll
whole
go
time.
and I'll go and find.
No.
Oh,
we-
that is-
All right, let him carry on with Brendan then in that case. She'll
Alright,
come back. She'll
okay.
come back.
Let's go back to the order that we
Okay.
had going on.
When watching the last episode, season 2, what was your reaction? Okay, as a whole. I don't know. Like,
I just realized I misread that question entirely. My reaction, well, you probably already got it. Well, that was rude, killing him right there, and he was being complimented.
I still remember, like, so early on, we were pulled aside and said, listen, there's going to be some major stuff happening in season 2. And when we first heard about Lux, me and Robin's first idea was like, we want to check if David's all right. like, are you okay with your character? What's going to happen? Like, you know, because it sounds weird. I know you're just playing a character, but we were like, oh my God, how do you feel about it? Like, you know, like, it's weird.
Well,
you're not just
Very much
providing a
you
voice.
have
You
some
sort of
being
get
fed.
attached to these characters in weird ways. I don't know if that's the same for Alcy. Like, do you feel that like you're attached to Evelyn in some way?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think like, when you're doing this job, it's kind of impossible not to get attached to a lot of your characters, especially when you kind of feel something like a connection with them. Like, you don't like to get attached because you're like, I'm a professional, but actually it happens more often
It's so strange.
than not,
And
like
when I knew what was going to happen to Masa, I was sad, but I understand why it had to happen. You know what I mean? Like it made sense, in a weird way. But nothing prepares you for when your character, like David could probably speak more to this. When you know your character has a curtain call, and that's it. That might be the last time your character is ever mentioned or ever said, and that. I remember just wanting to reach out to David straight away. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, this is going to happen. All right. But even my character, I felt so bad about my character. Like, for season 1, the worst thing that happened in season 1, besides Theo, like where Theo was destroyed, technically. He was still alive, but like, he was destroyed.
I die all the time.
Master's arm getting shot off was one of the most vitriolic moments. So then to follow up season 2, where this happened to Masa, if things were to go on, he'd just be in shambles. You know what I mean? He'd just be a broken person. I knew that when I was playing this character up to this point, that he's running on fumes. He's so emotionally daunted by everything. He feels ashamed. He's feeling all these things. He's let these people down, and then this happens to him. It was just breaking his character, and it was. You see him break as a character, but I think it made sense.
Bell gets behind him, so he's okay.
Yeah. Well, that in itself,
the gang's back together.
That in itself is so tragic and sad, though, right? Bell realizes that. No, like I did care about this person so much that, like I would go to bat for them. And like that was so emotionally charged that Bell said, look, you're not going to be alone. I'm going to be with you. And I think that scene is underrated in that sense. No one talks about the sacrifice Bell makes for her former commander.
They really did a good job on that. They really phenomenal. It was really good, bro.
It was great writing, but you're not prepared as an actor. It's one thing recording it; it's another seeing it. You're almost shocked watching it. You know what you recorded, but it doesn't change it when you see it in print. And it doesn't. As an actor, you're never ready. You're not ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Now are we ready for Celeste?
Yeah, Celeste. There you go, Celeste.
I'm back now. Oh, great.
Yeah, I said it.
Wait, before internet cuts out.
I know. I'm sorry. By the way, I'm sorry. My answer took a while.
Oh,
Hey, it's like I never left. He was talking, then he's talking again.
Post stress is real. I understand where you're coming from. I can see that. Even actors, y'all go through that.
Yeah.
I went through it on my little. I digress. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Continue.
Yeah. So season 2 and I haven't even read the question. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I thought for me, because I know that the last episode was where I met Lucinia. Is that right? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Where I met Lucinia on the beach, and I think you kind of had suspicions about what was happening through season 2 and with the purple glow everywhere and everything. But just to be able to watch that and see that come to life, and then there she is, and she's so beautiful standing on the beach, and it's this lovely moment with the two of them, and it was heartbreaking because you sort of begin to realize begin to realize who Tari is, and I can't imagine what the other characters would be going through when she does reveal to them who she is, and there's that. Well, we love you. We also love Lucinia, and it's such a heartbreaking moment. So, I think that. I don't think that's, obviously there's got to be more to that story, what their reactions are to that, because they love Lucinia, especially. I mean, there's a sister there, it's a big deal. And so I think that also shows the love that they have for Tari as well in such a short time, because they have that connection to Lucinia as well. So yeah, I think that to me is one of the a beautiful thing that comes out in that last episode. And of course, I was exactly the same. I had to like write to David straight away and just be like, dude, I'm so sorry, because I know how much David loves Lux. Like David, just his whole life is Lux.
Oh, yeah.
I know that, and it actually broke my heart when I read that bit and was like, oh no, what's David gonna do? He's gonna break down. So it was a fantastic episode. And it's obviously, to me, there's more to the story. There's more to tell.
I'm looking forward to it.
But I'll tell you one thing though, just before we go to Elsie, there was one thing that helped me get through it. I lasted longer than Sean Bean. That's all that mattered.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
David, are you able to tell that one story about what you wanted your last line to be?
Yes.
Oh, let's hear it.
You did record it, but it never made it.
No, but the guys actually got me introduced to more and more memes over the years, ever since I started watching SMG4. Like, I actually never heard of these guys until I actually started doing Meta Run. I'm looking, going, how the hell did I not know about this? Making meme humor around video game characters. It was great. But I didn't quite know how they were going to end Lux. I said, I wanted the guy to go out with absolute dignity, which he did, or go out on the most hilarious note. Like, no cowardly begging for life stuff, which I didn't need to say anything about that because they knew that. But the lines was either going to be, so was you all along, well played, or, piss.
Bam.
Or about this meme right here.
I say that a lot when I step in my puppy's training pads in the middle of the night. When I got up, that's why I was looking away. I got up, I'm like, all right, I'm jamming, I'm up, I'm going to get my coffee. And I said, and I was like, wet socks, no, piss. He's getting better. His name is Link, by the way, and Zelda. I have 2 dogs, so.
Cute.
Zelda's grown now, and you're older,
yes.
too. Yeah. But yes, totally.
Elsie's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, we've all talked about like, the moment where Lux gets shot and all that, but I think like Celeste also previously mentioned that moment where Tari sees Lucinia on the beach. That was the moment that because I love moments like that in shows where it takes that moment to like just get really like, intimate and emotional. And I have to shout out the composer for the show, AJ DeSpirito.
AJ is
like
amazing.
His score for the show is absolutely amazing. And like the music during that bit, I was like, oh my God, like I was like tearing up. It's just so good. So I think aside
composer for the soundtrack, they really
he's amazing. And I think like, aside from all the moments we've talked about a lot so far, I think that was one of the moments that I was like, oh my God, that's really, really, really nice moment. So yeah, bit of a short answer for me. But yeah.
It's like a breath, isn't it? It's like a
it is. It's so it was so. And then, that's the thing. It was so needed. Like after all, the heartbreak and the struggle, it was like, oh, there she is, and it's just and then like Tari's questions, just like really wanting to know. It was just like it was so good. But anyway, Robin, you go. I don't want to hold it up anymore.
I love her voice in that scene because her voice is so calming.
Yeah, she has a great voice. Yeah,
it just pulls everything back. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
Amber's a legend.
Your turn, Robin.
For me, there's 2 answers because I was scripting for SMG4 at the time, and every time a new episode is finished and it's about to release the very next day, we all get together in the studio and watch it. And so I got to like experience this episode a few times, and just watching it with the crew. At first, they were being a little silly during the fight and whatnot and cheering for certain characters. Once it got to the Lux, death scene, the whole room went quiet and we're just like, oh, we're gonna make some people cry tomorrow. So that was a memorable moment. Then I remember watching the episode again with Elsie, Jason, Haley, I think Anthony. Brendan was at work at the time. We were watching it together, and that scene where Masa shoots him, Lux is dead, and all of us are just staring at the screen. We're just like, just in awe of what happened. All of a sudden, Jason, Elsie, you know where this is going. Good old Jason. He had to make the comment of, I mean, he shot him with the Meta Runner arm, so there's no fingerprints.
Life hack of everybody. If you
Yeah,
wanna be
exactly.
He's not
Yeah.
wrong, is he?
sure, you have a robot
Yeah.
arm with no fingerprints.
He used the
Literally,
the power
like
glove.
you
The power
couldn't
glove,
have you
baby.
couldn't have asked for like a better.
He's
Better
like,
excuse,
"Oh, Master,
but-
where are we going?" And then Elsie had to remind him. Elsie's like, "Jason, there's people in the area." He's like, "Oh, well then he's screwed."
Yeah, so many people just watched that happen, Jason. He didn't go
There's
anywhere.
witnesses, my
Man.
boy.
Do you know how many people?
Just a fun fact.
Don't you have phones? Like people can just record it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. But fun
Well,
fact,
that's probably on
my-
YouTube
when-
somewhere in that universe.
yeah. Oh, go.
You really said that out loud, did you?
But actually, just a fun fact, I actually filmed my wife when she saw it. Like, she always likes to be kept in the dark, and of course, we never break NDAs.
Oh,
But when she saw Lux die, she cried, like saying, "I'm so sorry, David." I went, "Oh, it's just part of the career. It's
It was
part of my
so-
career choice."
So
But what
me and
was
David
even
had
better,
watched-
yeah,
just hang on, hold that thought, Brendan. What was even bigger was when the post-credit scene and we see a scarred Sheridan, and there she going, "I knew it," because my wife's actually a very good theorist and can come up with a lot of good things. And
wow.
So-
they usually come up with pretty good questions.
Me and David are like decent friends, so we'd go out to dinner and stuff like that. And like Carl would be like, "Oh, I think this is gonna happen next time," and she was pretty close every time. She was almost there, right? And every time David and I are like, "Huh, she doesn't know you're gonna die." and then like she said, "I think this is what's gonna happen." She outlined a possible plot, and it was like 90% correct. And we're just like, "That's nice. That's nice."
Damn, nice one,
Yeah.
Carla.
The only thing she
But
didn't call
no.
was Lux getting shot in the head.
Yeah. But still, like
Oh,
it
man,
was.
I don't know how you keep that secret from your wife. And that's
No, me
such a
neither.
oh, that is
Lucky
hard.
for me, I don't have to.
Brendan, the whistleblower.
All right. So question 6 then. And it
Number
was not a
6.
stick shooter.
You're very aggressive about the number 6.
Elsie, it's an Elsie question.
Oh, okay. I didn't think we were
I
getting
want
individual questions.
6.
I'll answer it
Okay.
very quickly so we can go on to the next one. But yeah, I mean, she's literally like I said earlier, she's like the favorite character like I've kind of ever voiced in anything ever. I love how crazy she is and just relentlessly evil. I love being a snobby, horrible brat. It's like one of my favorite, character types to do, and I love the fact that she gets to be British as well. I'm like, that's so great. We got a bit of accent variety, and that's amazing. And yeah, she's pretty multifaceted, I think, and yeah, it's literally so much fun. So
I'm
much
gonna
fun.
James Lipton you on this one.
Yeah, back then.
I want to know, where did you draw inspiration for this character? Like, was there someone you knew who was super snooty?
I think honestly, this is gonna sound really bad. This is gonna make me sound horrible, but I honestly kind of drew a lot of my own feelings, because I think in an industry where you really have to hustle so hard, and you can work really hard, and then something happens where it's something that we can all relate to. I feel like that's something we should all be able to kind of talk about in a healthy way. Is that this industry is
super
incredibly
competitive.
It's so competitive, and I think I kind of channeled those sort of previous feelings of that competitiveness into her, like that line when she's kind of saying that bit where she's like, "When I was dreaming, when I stand on stage and the whole world cheers for me," I was like, because I used to want to do musical
sister.
theater and stuff as well. So because I used to
Really?
because I do
Feeling
singing as
into
well.
those
So I was
lines.
like, damn, I was like that is so how I used to feel. Obviously that I deal with those feelings a lot better now, but I feel like it's something we should all be able
That's
to
actually
kind
a
of talk
beautiful-
about.
It's so funny because I at least know 4 of us here do music theater. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Wow.
So I know what that's like. It's like music theater itself is
Yeah,
super
it's like when you
competitive.
go to
you don't understand.
Yeah, oh for sure. Because I didn't go to drama
got a
school, but
funny-
I've done a lot of I've just done a lot of shows and stuff, and I think it's that kind of feeling that everybody wants to be the one, in the spotlight at the front of the stage, having the main role, and it's
you
just
don't
so
know competitive till
relatable.
you've been in music theater.
Yeah,
Because they are
exactly.
cutthroat. They are cutthroat. They will meet
It
you
is
for
so
roles.
cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my
It's
weave
kind
story
of a
for this
reason
thing-
why I stopped doing it, because I
Same.
felt that way. That's exactly how I felt about
Yeah,
it.
me too. Literally,
And,
me
and
too.
so
yeah.
Not to slam
Funny
actual
thing-
deep
I
community
switched
kids
to
out there,
voice
'cause there are
over
some
because
good
I
ones.
felt it was a little less like that.
Something I want to say because I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. Me and Celeste actually like have a connection through music theater. Like, I don't know if you were in the musical, but I was with your husband in a musical for sure, Curtains. And so I know that scene, and I know how people can sort of act that aggressive in acting. Like,
for sure. That's why I stopped doing it as well, because it's really just
it becomes less about the craft and more about the ego.
Yeah, exactly.
And see, I still love musical theater, and I think that there's some such joy. I mean, that's my job. I run a musical theater school, and I love it's my passion and my love. But I just find that for something that has so much heart, there's just a bit too much nastiness.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's why I kind of
narcissism. Yeah,
I think
Well,
you
here's
can find
something.
that in any industry, though. I mean, it just depends on the company and the community of people. And
like
it
you know,
does.
I would say that 98% of the time, everyone's absolutely fabulous, but it's just you can't deny that that's the thing that people kind of don't really like to talk about, is that there is like that underlying sense of that cutthroatedness and that jealousy and ego. It's everywhere. And it's just I think like it's important to acknowledge in a healthy way. And
what I would say for young aspiring actors, those people with the egos, they don't go very far in the long run. You got to be sincere. You got to be humble. You got to make it about the craft and not about your ego. And don't think you're going to go far being those people.
Through musical theater.
Yeah, because here's something else I've learned as well. Because this was the weirdest experience I've ever had. Like, when you're getting feedback in any way, there's some people who say, does it hurt when you say that you're told that you're not good enough? My answer to that is always no, because that means there are ways you can improve. There's ways you can prove them wrong, but there's also ways how you can challenge yourself in a fun way. But there's one thing that I hear which I will absolutely hate. Like, I actually remember auditioning for Les Miserables for the role of Javert. I mean, I admit I could have auditioned a bit stronger in some cases, but there are some things which I made sure I nailed. But when I wasn't even called back to be in the choir, I was wondering what the hell was going on here. And then one person came along, and, well, a few other things, a few weird chats aside, but there was one thing he said that, you're too good. You're too good. You should be. You're a big fish in a little pond. You should be out there and tennis and whatnot.
I think it's actually more. I think it's actually more healthy to kind of acknowledge the fact that people will tell you that you're not good enough, and like it does hurt. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it really hurts. And I think it's fine to talk about those feelings. It's just how you channel them. You can feel jealous. You can feel upset that you've been rejected, but just don't take it out on your peers. Don't be horrible to other people. Don't be egotistical. Don't go out there and say mean things. Just keep it to yourself or have a vent to your friends and family. Like, that is perfectly fine and healthy. Just don't spread it out there. Deal with things in your own way. Just for God's sake, just keep it to yourself. And but feeling those feelings are perfectly natural and it's perfectly fine. And I think that goes back to the whole question before we move on to the next one, is that channeling those feelings in that healthy way and like putting it into a character was like one of like the best things you can kind of do with those feelings, which is sort of what I tried to do, because it's like very relatable in a way, even though she's obviously a completely hateful caricature of those emotions. But it's all right to acknowledge them, and I think that's what we should probably do more of in a healthy way. But yeah, sorry, because this is an individual question. We can go on to the next one now and get everyone else involved.
I agree.
They really did overstay.
To cap off on what you said, it's about learning from other people's mistakes. You see the better actor. You see them be better at the people around them that get the roles that you don't get.
Yeah,
you don't want to be that. Don't emulate that.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah, for sure.
You can be disappointed, but don't lash out at other people and don't be mean. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. That's a given.
Just as vulnerable as you.
And if you do anything like that, apologize quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get canceled on Twitter.
No. But yeah, we can move on to the next one now. Sorry about my long answer. There we go.
No, that was great. It was beautiful.
Beautiful answer. It was very beautiful.
It was amazing. And I think here's the thing. I know a lot of people are going to watch us and want to emulate being a voice actor or be interested in the industry. And it's something you need to know. This is really important. If anyone has an inkling of interest in voice acting, this is paramount to remember. Listen to this person who's an actor. They know what they're talking about. They're experienced. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
That's all right.
Nice.
Question 7.
Nice.
Yes. Now, don't worry about time. We can go for a little while.
Okay, what did you like the most about the character you voiced?
You start with
From,
Celeste for this one.
Yeah.
All right, Celeste, you go first.
Okay, I'll think about that answer for a second. Okay. So Tari is to me, I think for her, she's a lost character at the start. Absolutely. Like she doesn't even know who she is. She's lost as a person, can't find her own strength. And I think that for me, it's all about her growth. And that's what I love most about her, is the way that she grows over the two seasons. And I like that she's so loving towards and quite quickly loving towards her friends, and especially her relationship with Theo. That is another thing that I really love with her. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. They're buddies. It's definitely and that it's a little big sister, little brother kind of relationship as well that I love.
Like I really love that kind of connection.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have actually been drawn to that relationship between the two of them, and because especially with our younger viewers with their siblings, and I think there's a lovely connection there. So I think that's probably my favorite thing about her. Yeah, wholesome. There you go. I love how wholesome Tari is, and she really is. That is literally what
she is.
And she's passionate.
Yeah, and I love doing the just personally also love doing all the fight scenes. I love doing fight scenes.
Fun.
Holy moly, I've had it kills your voice, but like there was actually I was gonna create a video, but I've never done it. I filmed myself recording the fight scene that Elsie and I have. And
oh, did you?
And I filmed myself, so I thought I'll put it into some cut thing and I'll put it up because it's just so funny watching me do the fight scenes. I got to do it actually, some of it live where they played the footage and I live voiced it, which is the only time that most of the time I just do the scenes and do a little couple of noises, but I actually got to do this one live and it was just like a dream come true. So that's part of what I love.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess it did.
I love how strong she is. I love how ballsy she is and no nonsense. I mean, there's a lot of flaws in Belle. She's arrogant and sometimes her opinions are misplaced or misguided. But I like how much faith she has in herself, because I think it's a quality that a lot of us don't possess anymore. And I think that's a really cool contribution to a female character, to be so proud of herself and to be so without the arrogance attached. Yeah. But I love that about her. I love how confident and ballsy she is. She's a cool chick.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a great character. I love her personality.
Just take the anger down a notch, Belle. That's all. So yeah, it's a good egg.
Yeah, she really is. It really is an amazing character with such amazing change.
Yeah, she is. Thanks. I like her. She not bad.
Right, back to what I like back to. Well, I just like getting out all the evil in it, because I'm just gonna say it. There's not that many great villains all of a sudden these days, and I miss that. The guys are either really complex or just really in your face evil. Bring back the Frollos and the Maleficents, damn it! But I digress. With Lux, it was so cool because he was what's called a great oxymoron known as the evil hero. The guy who honestly thinks he's doing the right thing, but my God, is he an ass. Like saying, I shoot you in the arm. Now I'm about to murder you, but this is because I have to save my company and the people who work for me, even though I'm going completely the wrong way about it.
It's just that corporate corruption, isn't it? Like it's very...
Oh, yes.
Nobody likes the corrupt corporation.
Well, recently, what is it? Jeff Bezos has stepped down as the CEO. Opening spot,
Lux now owns Amazon.
Exactly who to decommission. But I just
Lux can't wait
because he's really easy and really hard to do. I love characters that can challenge me like that. Last one other thing of characters like that. Just outside of Meteron for a moment, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Never voiced him officially, but I voiced him in several comic dubs, a couple of fan animations, and the Echo S voice mod. and that's he is one of my most favorite villains I've ever voiced.
I'd have to go with Kefka.
It's
I love Kefka. Oh,
he's great.
I love him.
He destroyed the planet. Like, he's probably the most successful villain I've ever seen.
Yeah,
a lot of people forget. A lot of people forget that Sephiroth's plan was to control the planet, not destroy it. But Kefka, I think, still the only Final Fantasy villain to actually achieve his goal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's just what made it great. And by the way, Fiery Joker, just look him up because his Kefka is amazing. But which on that note, Brendan.
Okay, what did I like most about my character? Okay, so I know at this point I'm not like oblivious to it that everyone sort of sees my character as an edgy boy, but I definitely see there's more there than people give like him credit for. Like it's hard to also, when you're playing such a character that's so angry, to also have some sort of nuance, because you might not hear the differences, but I definitely, as an actor, try to put them there. He, I think, has so much vulnerability. He's so bitter and jaded about everything, but like they're that desperate that they need him, and he's the only one who can contribute in any sort of form. But he's broken. He's riddled with the guilt. Just this guilt overwhelms him. And I know it's a meme, but like I feel like there's such pain there in that character, and he's not just an angry boy; he's a sad boy. There, I said it. All right, on to Evelyn.
No, you did.
Right.
You can definitely hear the multifacetedness in your performance. It's very, very good. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much talked, everyone's ear off about Evelyn and what I like about her. But yeah, just in a nutshell, I like how unapologetically evil and crazy she is. That's always really fun. But I also do like how she has that sense of some nuance where, she's got a motive for why she is the way she is. And the other thing I love about her is that pink is my favorite color. And I absolutely love her aesthetic. And I love her hair, the way it changes color. And I love her outfit. She's just, I just love her. Queen.
I did see your favorite color on your chair. Like, I did see the color on your chair.
Exactly like the chair earlier. Exactly. So yeah, that's another thing I love about her. But yeah, Robin, your turn now. So mine's quick.
Theo's just very energetic and hyper, and always brightens the mood.
Tell us about the depth of the character.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a little kid that likes to have fun, no matter the cause. Like, there's Tari trying to protect him and, like, hide him away. He's just like, ooh, video games.
And he's like, ooh,
Belle's trying to, like, glitch him through, and he's just like, I'm Turtle Theo.
I could see you totally like at a grocery store or somewhere, just getting like distracted, like ooh, jewelry or whatever, just take off and like run around and act like that. Yeah, so I could see that.
Honestly, if it's shoes, that might happen.
No, it's not shoes. It's actually not shoes. It's cats.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm walking down the sidewalk talking to him, say, ooh, cat.
Yeah, she carries cat food with her just because there are that many.
I do, because
around.
I'm not allowed to have cats in his apartment, and it sucks.
Did you really buy cat food? Did you really buy cat food?
I buy cat food just
Treats,
so I can
like
make a
cat
deal.
treats.
Like little kitty treats.
Not
I
like
make
wet
deals.
food. She doesn't carry like wet food in a bag.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
like a
weird.
packet of Dreamies. Like the ones you just, like give to.
And if it's like an alley cat or an outside cat, I'm like, okay, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I give you treats, you give me pets. Okay.
I'm so glad it's not wet cat food. I imagined you with a tin of cat food.
Just a bag full of open wet cat food.
You just like you have the tin and you just like scoop your hand and you're like,
like a spinster. It's just like a
It's
spinster
like
that
all
goes
you
around.
want in Dexter
Come here,
concept."
cats. I have food. That's why I smell like cat food.
it's all over your hands, just like
Parts of it are in your hair. Like,
The new definition of cat lady.
crazy cat lady.
I am the cat lady.
I was also just going to ask how much longer we're sort of planning to go for. I'm sorry to ask that question, because I am going to have to leave sort of in about half an hour, 40 minutes at the most. So I wasn't sure how long we were going to need to go on for. just because I'm going out for lunch in like a couple of hours, so I just
I have one of the children to bed. It's very late, so I'm the same.
Yeah, exactly.
We can get one more in, right?
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah, maybe we could do one more, and then
let's keep going till Elsie has to.
Just carry one can with you because you could use it as you could throw it in case you hit someone.
All right, so question 8.
Okay, here we go.
I feel like I've answered this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of did too a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
we could do like shorter, condensed answers,
Yeah,
like
let's
one
just do it.
scene. Yeah, let's.
But let's go.
All right.
Rapid fire.
Oh, see, but that's the way you're getting me to remember lines. I can't remember lines. I think I told you guys this.
Yeah, let's go to
well, you know what then? I'll start this time because it was the line.
All right. Let's hear it, David.
The line for me was, I want her. But I actually did it differently.
That one again.
But here's the thing. When I actually recorded that line, I went full Nicolas Cage on it, like the wide eye bulge and everything, like about to eat your face through the screen kind of deal. But when they actually animated it, he was much more even keel and very, very evil smiley about it. And I looked at it and went, well, that's interesting. I like that direction. They took a Nicolas Cage meme and turned it to something that's a bit more Peter Fonda. I'm like, okay, well done.
What about you, Jess?
Mine's probably from season 1. Her saying, "You'd be surprised what people would do to be number one." I felt like that was really, really Belle at the time. Like that encapsulated. I went, "Oh, okay, that's this chick." And then when I saw it, I was like, "Yes!" I thought that was like, okay, that's her. She's solid. She's set in me now. Yeah.
I can remember mine now. I can remember. Okay.
Yay! Yes.
So season 1, definitely. It's actually basically the end of both seasons. So the end of season 1, where I know when I got to scream Theo's name, that like particularly was heartbreaking. And I have told this story before, but my next door neighbor's kid's name was Theo. So when I was recording that scene and had to scream Theo like 10 times, I was like, and it was like really late at night. I went, oh my God, I'm woken up this child in a nightmare. Oh no. That was one of my but oh man, but the last scene with Tari, it just, and I know because there's been plenty of people who say this, that it's such a heartbreaking scene. And am I gone again? Am I still here?
No, you're here. You're here.
You're kind of freezing.
Am I back?
But,
we can hear you.
Fine. Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay. All right.
Just the video.
Well, yes, that's a really heartbreaking scene. The other one that I love is the monologue at the end of season 2 where she's explaining who she is and her relationship with Lucinia. I actually remember recording that and thinking, and I think I only had one take on that one when Jasmine just went, "Yep, that's it," because it was so beautifully written, and it was so heartfelt. I just went, no, I don't even, just let me do this one. I think I've got this, because it was so beautifully done. Like the script was perfect. So yeah, that's the other one for me. Yeah, and when I got to see it, I was like, yeah, it's good. It's a good scene.
So is it me now? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I've already said it before, but just I don't know if I can handle that again. Like I know I'm paraphrasing, but when he's like, I don't think I can handle that ever happening again, and he means it. He really means it in that moment.
Wow.
No, that was great. The way you said that was really good.
Wow. Like he really felt heartache from Belle.
I think that's the one moment when my character is the most vulnerable in the whole series, where he's like, I can't trust her. Like I don't think I can handle it anymore. Yeah, like it definitely, for me as an actor, was really challenging to have that vulnerability in such a steadfast character who is so certain about everything, and then jaded at the same time. It's all these all these competing emotions for this character, and just like that is the most vulnerable he's ever been in front of anyone, I feel like, in the whole series. And like I don't think I can handle it again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, on to
that was
Elsie.
so well done. Yeah, I've already said mine. It's just that whole bit where she's like, "And the whole world cheers for me." Like that was like just so like, oh my god,
It was so epic.
Thanks.
I
And yeah,
used-
obviously like a lot of the
Wow.
screaming scenes as well. Like when I had to do like the like over and over again. I think that was really fun as well because like, I'm quite an angry person, so it was nice to channel a bit of anger into some of
The
those lines.
grandeur in that scene, though. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I pretty much said all mine. So yeah, on to Robin.
I got two. Season 1, where I think Masa was originally supposed to try to encourage Tari when she wasn't getting the glitch right, but I think the writers just really wanted to build a better connection between Theo and Tari because they're like brother and sister. So Theo really had to be the one to talk to her. So that line where he's stepping in, he's not really being as silly or childish. He's trying to root for her, trying to encourage her. Just Tari, you just gotta believe. Believe.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so sweet. He's like doing a rap of the rapper moment.
You gotta believe.
It's so
Gotta
cute.
believe.
I was just waiting for a kick jump.
Theo.
But also
there
when Theo is back in the car with Lamar and Tari, and the original line was like, good as I'll ever be, and turns to
the wife
to the body pillow, and I think the original line was like, "Ma'am," like, "Hello, ma'am." But then I looked at Jasmine, and I was just like, it has to be Milady. Please, we need to change it to
that
Milady.
was so great.
Jazz-
I really laughed my head off at that. I was just like that. That's
Jazz was like turned to me. She was like, "Yes, yes, get a take in there." Like,
Milady.
Yeah.
so that line was approved. I ad-libbed that line and approved by Jess because even she was like, yes, we need that line.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
So,
next question.
Is it all right if I just quickly say something to someone in chat who's sort of been trying to kind of say that they want to like ask me questions for a little bit? The Cribs Crib, I think you said that you were going to London Anime and Gaming Con next week, so I will probably see you there. So just saying, like, don't worry if you don't get in any questions now, because I'll be happy to like answer questions and stuff if I see you next week. So I just thought I'd say that because they've been saying that they want to like ask me stuff for a while. But yeah, though I just sort of like, kind of clear that up. Just But yeah, sorry, carry on. Yep. I will have to go in probably like 15 minutes or so. I'm just saying.
We got one
so we know.
One more.
Yep. Cool.
One more question.
Okay.
One more.
One more. Would you ever have expected that Belle would have become a popular meme in the Meta Runner fandom by Epic Warrior?
Yeah. She's got some genius.
Of course, she's so
She has
cool.
great one-liners, so why wouldn't she? That's
perfect.
all,
Next question.
that's all due to the writing. So I don't even feel like I can take responsibility for that. She has great one-liners, and she's
You
sharp.
can take responsibility for that because you voice her so amazingly and her lines are so brilliant. Like, of course she would become a meme because she's absolutely fantastic. And that's good
All
news.
right.
She was worthy enough to be part like Tari in SMG4 to have her own little character in there. And also you have the Friday Night Funkin' Meta Runner. Did any of you guys see that with Friday Night Funkin' 2 with Belle versus Tari?
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, that's cool.
What do we got
Now,
next?
question 10. We can do it. Question 10. That was
We
a
can
quick
do it.
one.
Let's go, guys.
Perfect
Or
10.
12. That looks good.
Because some of the questions,
Oh.
Clayton and I forgot to like. There's some questions. So
Who cares?
Yeah.
I want to answer this question.
This is a good one to end it off with.
Real
David's
quick,
desperate.
can you guys
David's
do me a-
desperate.
Start it with the
can y'all
girl
do me a
has to
favor?
leave soon.
I know. Can you do me all a favor? Can you all just give a shout real quick to Tari Blue Jay 9? He's like one of your
Yes.
biggest fans. Of Meta Runner. He's
Hi,
really-
Blue Jay.
Hey, Tari Blue
He does
Jay.
reactions
Tari.
and stuff.
Blue
He's
Jay.
from Australia
Tari
too, and
Blue
he's
Jay.
really like he's obsessed with the show. Like so I just want to give him that. I digress, though. I'm sure he'll love it.
I didn't know Tari Blue Jay was from Australia. Oh, that's awesome.
Like,
We
he
should
is
have lunch
so-
when there's no
He literally
lockdown.
calls himself Tari and everything. Like he loves the show so much.
You know what?
Bless.
Let's have the
That's
Bender Gen
lovely.
version. Taro. Okay. But now let's start with this question with Elsie. Oh boy, do I have so many answers for this.
Oh, it's okay. Like, if we can go in the usual order, I'll just probably have to go after this one. But yeah, Celeste, you go first if you want. It's all right. I appreciate the thought.
Okay, I know there's really like probably better answers that I can have than this, but I've been getting super into Pokemon lately. Because I never watched it as a kid, and my children love it, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. So I do. I do all the voices of the animals of the Pokemon. So I like my favorite one is Electabuzz, and I wanted. My dream is to just do like the voices of the Pokemon, and when they say their name, like they're talking. I mean, that's brilliant. Can I have that job? I want that job. I want to be a Pokemon.
I know. I was saying I love Pokemon.
So I'm sorry that's a really lame answer, but that's actually what I want to be.
That's fair.
I totally agree. Yeah, Pokemon's great.
Mine's also lame. I want to do Disney because why the hell wouldn't you?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
If
you're a Disney character,
that is what I want to do.
Disney.
Let's skip David. He doesn't want to be anything.
David has it.
We all know what
David wants.
I want to hear David.
No, David. Say.
You know what?
I already know what.
Just for that, I'm going.
Is the answer?
You first.
All right.
Is the answer somebody from Final Fantasy?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the answer. A certain someone with long flowing hair.
With long silver hair.
Long silver hair. They may or may not have a giant sword. That's right, you guessed it. It's Cloud, everybody! Yay!
Just for that, Brendan, I'm going last. You're next.
All right,
fair enough.
He does have a full bottle of shampoo every time he showers.
I feel like
Actually,
Sephiroth
that's
should
canon.
be part of Pantene
That
ad.
is canon. Yes, he does.
Sephiroth has to use Pantene in those things.
Yeah.
Because he's worth it.
Really
All right,
was
since
Answer
it's
the
on
question,
me,
Brendan.
answer
All
the damn question. I would say I'd love to be part of the Dragon Ball Z franchise. I've always have since I was an amateur voice actor. I would love to be any of those characters, like not the main established ones, because Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat, like any of those actors, Sonny Strait, they're all solidified in the characters. I cannot do a better version of them that they are, but I would love to be like any of the background characters. Even I wouldn't care. I'd be so happy if I was like Hitman #1 that died. Like
Farmer
Dragon Ball
with
Z is
shotgun.
my jam.
Farmer with shotgun. You gotta be
Farmer with shotgun.
Yes.
Hey, you! Dies in the next scene. Sweet. I was in Dragon Ball Z. I'm happy.
And also, I'm looking forward for the new movie of Dragon Ball Superhero. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be amazing. On the RC.
Yeah,
But
I'd
with
say
the
aside from Disney, which is the obvious, because my YouTube channel, I've been singing Disney songs for like 10 years on my YouTube channel, so like I absolutely adore Disney. I think for me, apart from like animations, and I'd actually like more video games, I would love to be a part of. So like I'd love to be a part of something like Overwatch or Apex Legends, like a roster character, because I love Overwatch. I've been playing it since it came out, and I've recently been playing so much Apex Legends, so I would love to be like a big character in like a video game like that. Another one of my favorite franchises that I would love to be a part of in any way is Resident Evil, which is like one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. I would just even as a zombie, I'll do anything, Capcom. Just please, I absolutely love it so much. So more video games for me. No, I absolutely love that franchise. So yeah, but that's my answer. So yeah, Robin, you go now.
That's
beautiful.
I don't know if I have an answer.
Disney, come on, Disney. It's got to be Disney.
Nah, Disney.
I think
Nowadays,
just like cry if you turn down Disney.
You do a great slappy squirrel. You can do that.
I mean, that's probably my default answer. Like any role where I could just have fun in nature, like I'll take it. My voice range isn't that good, and I want to fix that. I want to practice in a way that'll broaden my range, because a lot of my characters just really do sound the same. That's just me. But I would want someone like Slappy Squirrel from Animaniacs. Someone so cynical but hilarious. Like, Skippy, what's the name of the band on stage? Ooh, the name of the group. Ooh, the group on stage. Ooh, it's starting to sound like an owl, Skippy. I'm telling you, who's on stage? That's what I'm asking.
Did you ever
Best bit.
Robin,
We actually
while you were saying bad stuff about your own voice, it's iconic enough that it can be its own thing. Very few actors like Christopher Walken, Sean Connery, or any of those sort of actors have distinctive voices that are just able to be.
Oh yeah, some of the
transferred
most prolific actors like don't really have much of a range. You know, like just like get hired for like their own voice. You know, so that's
Exactly.
nothing wrong with that at all.
There isn't any shame in knowing your niche market.
I'm Little Boy. I'm Little Boy
On
and
to David.
sarcastic squirrels.
All right,
Well,
David. Let's hear it.
Okay.
He's been waiting.
Drum roll.
Indeed.
Drum roll.
It kind of depends.
Hear the
Let's
foley
hear it.
sound.
Shit.
Oh,
Wrong
Go.
bag. We're screwed. I have to do a few
How
minutes.
you doing? Thank you.
Wait,
We're
hold
waiting,
on.
David. We're waiting.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Stop being a pleasant distraction. You.
I've got a piano here for my teaching.
Oh my
I think what you're meant to play. You're meant to play the Final Fantasy victory theme.
Sorry, David. We love you.
Nick over here abusing his soundboard.
Yeah, I have a
Oh my
soundboard.
God.
I have
Okay.
that as well. Every time I went online on Overwatch or I play that, everyone's like, yeah. Or some people are like, shut up, and then I'll just play
Yeah.
something else. Every time here's my
All right.
defeat one.
All right.
Here's my
Shut up,
defeat one real quick. I'll do my
All right,
defeat
Okay.
one real quick.
go.
I see the
Let's
sadness
shoot
in David's eyes. Let him speak.
Yeah.
Let him speak. You want
Anytime,
to hear
David.
his answer. Come on. Let him speak. Let David speak.
Thank you. So just shooting them off right now. You can stop that now, Brendan. That's just getting creepy even for you. Okay, so one would definitely be the Hulk. Hulk smash! Another one would be
That sounds
Wolverine.
legit.
I don't know what you're up to, bud, but I don't care. I'm turning you into a sardine can. Akuma from Street Fighter. All who face me must be at the ready. Geese Howard from King of Fighters, because he would be fun. Any character from Soul Calibur, but I like Mitsurugi and Astaroth. Batman,
We're just
because
listening to his demo reel right now, everybody.
Wow, live demo reel
Demo
reading?
reel of
Wow.
David.
Live demo reel right here.
oh, let me
You
finish.
bring it at the
Let me
top.
just get this
Good.
out of the way, because I'm almost done.
I just have
Batman
8
goes
left.
All right. I
Let David speak, please.
All right. Then there's Zhou Yu from Dynasty Warriors, and I think he's always been best as a sword user. Ganondorf, which I did do with Zelda dubs from Ocarina of Time specifically. Optimus Prime, because of course, my childhood hero, Peter
Now that's a
Cullen in
cool
that
one.
character.
Say Autobots roll out, please.
Nah, if I gotta do it, it's gotta be like this. Autobots, transform and roll out!
All right.
And the next one is Adelbert Steiner from Final Fantasy IX. I just basically made him Brian Blessed because why not? Sit in, you ignorant pillock! And then, of course, the number one being Sephiroth from Final Fantasy.
Oh, there it is!
Guys, I effing called it.
Of course he
Called it.
did.
Called it.
Yet, fun fact, when I actually first did Sephiroth, God, did I suck. I was so bad. Even with
We
stage
all did,
acting.
man. We all did it starting out. It's all good.
We were just young kids. We didn't know any better.
We were.
We
but
gotta keep
they
learning.
didn't know.
Every day is a school day.
Right, so.
Hey, it's okay. I can record, guys. I have Audacity.
All right.
As long
Now
as
you
it
can
works.
do that dun-dun sound.
It worked. It's a DAW, is it
works,
not?
Yeah,
It's a
it
dog.
works.
But otherwise, any Disney character, because I'd love to be the villain with the villain song. Because damn it, that's long overdue again.
That would be
Oh
good.
man, yes.
But I
yes.
know that it was mentioned earlier only once, but I think that for any Australian, we all want to be on Bluey, right? Surely we all want to be on Bluey,
Yes.
like at least one
Yeah.
time.
I don't have small children in my life, so but I assume I
You
wouldn't.
have plenty of nieces and nephews.
It's amazing. You don't need
Death
children. It is amazing. It is just like so good. Just watch
So I
it.
need
Anybody?
to get it.
watch Bluey.
Okay, all right.
I have her.
So as a full-grown
It's a straight
37-year-old man, I'm going to be
full-grown
binge watching
37-year-old man.
Bluey.
You
Yeah.
need to watch Bluey. Trust me. I've
happening.
cried multiple times. It's amazing. Just watch it. And
I
You know what
actually
it is?
did
Hey,
get a
Elsie,
random
Elsie,
message.
Elsie,
My Little
Elsie, watch
Pony.
it.
It really
Watch it,
is.
Elsie. Watch
I
it.
did get a
gonna
random
watch-
message from
I'm
a
gonna
friend who
watch-
was saying, like, thank you on behalf of America. Thank you for giving us Bluey. And I'm like,
I know. It's just
Well,
like mind blowing.
that's
It's
because there was
mind blowingly
some
good.
sort of weird controversy.
It'll be next
that
on my
happened
list.
with
I'm going to watch like
Just
my
made it
really
more
gory
popular.
horror show, and then I'm going to watch Bluey.
Oh,
Not
As a little contrast.
Hey, wait. I want to know
And-
what is the
and
really gory
all
horror show?
Australians need to
Oh
watch it.
God, I mean, there's so many on Netflix. So I was watching like Kingdom and all the with Black Summer, which is like a zombie show I've been watching. Yes,
Black
then I'll watch Bluey after. So it
Summer.
might be
Oh.
might
Trust
give
me.
a little bit of a.
I'm gonna admit,
Find your joy.
I'm failing. The
Get me a roll
last
on
horror
Bluey
series
Killer.
I watched was Evil Dead the series.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I'm
that
way
show. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
I nearly swore, but I love Bruce Campbell. Absolutely love.
How
him.
he's
That
he's
show's
the
so
king.
good.
He's the king of cheese and having multiple chins.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, we're getting on a bit of a show tangent.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, sorry,
but
yeah.
I am probably, I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I am probably gonna have to.
I have to head too. I'm with Elsie.
Yeah,
We're done.
I got
We're
to step
done.
out.
Maybe time. We gotta finish
Yeah.
up.
I think we have to.
Can I just, because I said that I would, I teach students, I teach singing and musical theatre, and I have these beautiful group of children who, some of them knew Mirror Runner and SMG4 before I started teaching, some didn't, but I just wanted to shout out because they're watching this, and I love you guys so much, and you are the most amazing students ever, and everybody should watch you because you're brilliant. Yay, that's all I want to say.
All right, Jess, go. Your turn, Jess.
Awesome.
Thank you to everyone who has been putting up all these wonderful comments. I'm sorry we didn't get to answer all of your questions, but we feel the love all the time. And thank you so much for being there and being so consistently wonderful about our show and supportive. And you guys loving it makes us love it even more and more excited by it.
David.
Thank you very much again, guys. Again, sorry that we didn't get to answer all your questions, but we hope you enjoyed our tangents and rants and our occasional bits of advice and showing the insides of our loony minds. But the fact is, you're the reason why that we're able to do this. So I cannot thank you enough for that. And even though you probably hate my character so very much, I know you love him. I know you love to hate him. So that's what makes it even better.
But you cannot ignore the
Hashtag
fact
Lux
how
needs a
iconic
bone.
Lux.
I tell you, Lux is going to have a spin-off series where he's like a virtual pirate with one eye, like it's going to be him going through space on a spaceship, It'll be beautiful. He'll just have one eye in the eye
There's going to
patch.
be a lot of flashbacks in season 3 with him talking and stuff like that.
We can only hope that
keep you there.
when they let
Your
us know
voice, dude, is
what's
just
happening.
There's a season
fire.
3?
All of you, but yeah, season
Please
3. I'm
hire us. Make us a season 3, please.
Keep watching
And guys-
Better Runner. We need a season 3.
Yeah.
I want to say
Just sell
the
my
support from
Bitcoin
the
and hire
fans
everybody,
really
or
does
what?
matter. Like
Yeah.
the more you show interest into this, the
Yeah.
more that they are going to develop it. Please keep up with
Yeah.
the support.
And I just want to
For
say, because I
sure.
didn't get to say this, thank you to all the fans who send pictures and write messages. I'm terrible at writing back to things, trust me, just in my real life. So thank you so much for doing that. I do read your messages and I love every one of them. So thank you. Keep it up because you keep me happy and motivated as well.
I gotta be quick about this. I want to thank Jazz the animator. I want to thank Empress. I want to thank Luna Furion and Sophie for watching. And yeah, on the next.
Yeah, everything that everyone else has said, like the fans and everybody who supports the show, it means everything to us. And do show that you support it, do spread it around, because so much love and heart and effort goes into creating an animated series, and the Meta Rudder team are just absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much to all of you guys who watched this, and thank you so much to you guys for hosting this as well. It was very nice to get everyone together and actually talk about it like this. It was absolutely lovely. And I'm just going to do a quick shout out of my own, that I am going to be at London Anime and Gaming Con next week, which is going to be in London Hammersmith. So if you go on the website and you want to come book a ticket, I will be there with my table. I won't have any Evelyn prints, unfortunately, but I will have some other character prints there, and I'm happy to meet people and stuff safely, of course.
Bring your own Evelyn prints.
Yeah, exactly. If you have anything that if you have any Meta Runner stuff you'd like me to sign, then I'll be there. But yeah, then thank you so much to everyone and you guys, and yeah, it's been really lovely to be on this. So thank you.
I forgot one person I have to say it, otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. Aika, thank you so much for all the cosplays that you do. And you are what I would call a super fan. And we appreciate you. You don't understand.
And
Thank
you know, you guys don't know. And his sisters are twins, because I have twins. He dresses and his sisters love the show, his little sisters, and they dress up as Belle and Tari. And and he sends me photos just like Belle and Tari.
Stop it.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
And now
We appreciate it,
Robin.
Micah.
I could become so soft right now.
Oh, yeah, we need to
Robin.
have someone commission a poster of Evelyn looking all badass with the caption "Say goodbye to your waifus."
And mine
Make it
now.
happen.
Sign it on the poster.
And now your message,
Your
Robin.
waifus, mine. Yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. This wasn't easy. Like I tried to. It really wasn't. All of us were so busy with our own thing, and
This is all because of Robin. She's worked her ass off to try to get
Yeah,
us.
thank you, Robin.
It's
Oh my
like
God,
herding
seriously,
cats.
like,
We
the
appreciate the
MVP.
effort, Robin.
I had to like
Appreciate you as
reconvene
well.
with Robin, and Robin, it was nice watching that Studio Ghibli film. I want to
Especially
get back.
yes,
I want to get back to
yes,
talking to the
even
cast
you,
again
Maka.
because I've been a busy person, but I want to continue the relationship with all of you.
Yeah, I was doing like
Oh,
a Discord
yeah.
party on the Anime America Discord, just watching Ghibli films back to back, so I can rank them from worst to best, along with Phantom Strider. So subscribe to Anime America, and you'll see a video with me and Phantom Strider ranking these films from worst to best, all Studio Ghibli films. And
may
in
as
the
well
future,
May as well
in the
plug myself
future,
a bit.
I'll have more watch parties on the
Yes, I
Discord.
have.
You know what? May as well
I'm probably
plug
gonna join
myself a
them.
bit too,
I'm
just
probably gonna
quickly.
join them just to hang out.
Yeah, just quickly. Subscribe to Imagiversion as well. Trying to take over the world creatively myself. And on that note, guys, don't be too sad
But
for Lux because
also-
eventually I did get her.
But also,
Yes, you did.
thanks to the Meta Runner animators. Thank you, Jasmine,
Mhm.
for scripting
Thank
and
you.
working with
Thank
us.
you to Kevin and Luke.
And
of
Kevin and
How
Luke.
Creative
Lockdown
Yep.
is being a pain for all of us. We want to be at studio to record, but we're doing the best that we can.
Thank you,
for,
Jazz.
Thank you, Jess,
Yeah,
for
thank you,
like
Jazz.
everything that you do during the lockdown and whatnot. And if there is a season 3, even during lockdown, we're ready.
Yeah, we're so ready.
Ready!
We're
Show
ready.
your love now, guys.
I'm
Show them.
pumped.
It's like a
Watch
spirit
Meta Runner
bomb.
so we can get a third
You want
season.
Meta Runner season 3? Do it. Lend your energy.
My prediction is Netflix is going to acquire it sooner or later with a
Oh god.
Yeah, he
that
said
would be-
that. He said that
Absolutely,
one time.
absolutely
But I didn't
amazing.
think it-
Interesting.
Oh my god,
When-
that'd be
when-
fabulous.
Make
No,
it happen.
It's going to be that or maybe Rooster Teeth, but probably more likely Netflix is going to nab it.
We don't know nothing,
Then I have to
but
resubscribe to
support
Netflix.
season 3 so it can happen.
Yes, support.
Yeah,
We're
support.
gonna
Buy the merch.
record
Go,
what kind of
go
performance
to,
you
go
will
to
have
that
for
website
season
and go
3.
buy the merch. Make it like if they want to make more seasons, go fund the production.
Merch now.
Merch.
This is
buy
Theo
the
saying, tie up your
Buy
friends to
the
a chair and
merch.
make them watch seasons 1 and 2.
Poster.
Yeah, I got
This
my
is what I'm saying.
merch on the wall there. See, Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This is what I'm saying. You will be decommissioned if you do not support season 3.
but
Gotta believe in season 3, guys.
Support them
Believe.
and you'll see these characters again, and they will give it an absolute best performance of the cast right here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah,
sure
I'm gonna-
y'all
I'm
like
gonna
it.
Guys,
so much.
let Evelyn leave. She has a life.
Yeah, I know where stuff is not. Let her go.
Go for
We're
it.
doing the best we can, Brendan. We're trying. We tried to figure out how to end it. Okay, it's hard.
Yeah.
No, it's. I don't actually know how to.
For
Where's the
psych-
button?
for
Oh, there we
there's
go.
a
Leave.
leave.
There we go.
There's a leave video button.
But yeah, no, thank you so much, guys. I really enjoyed this. It was lovely to
Check
see
out-
you
please
all, and thank
check
you
out
for
the
It's
video.
lovely
hosting
hanging
it.
out.
Hey, no,
And,
before you
yeah.
bounce, check out that video. Like I said, the Psycho music video I made.
Oh
Check it
yeah,
out.
I'll
From the
check it
project.
out. Yeah. No, I
Sweet
definitely
But
will.
Psycho, if you know that song.
Oh,
It's her,
no, I
but Psycho
definitely
from
will.
SMG4, and I sent it to Ron a while ago.
Okay,
to
I
give
gotta
Kevin
see
a
that.
look.
Oh,
Y'all gotta
fab.
check it
Yeah,
out.
I'll
I
check
put
it
my
out
heart
later.
and soul into it. I want Kevin to see it. I told Robin, but she's like, they're always busy, blah, blah, blah. I understand, but please.
Oh no,
just-
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
Alright.
get back later, I'll definitely check it out. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
all.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you,
everybody.
Everyone.
Adieu and thank
Bye,
you.
little
And
Miss
also,
Thickness. Bye.
I really hope you
Bye.
check out our reaction to season 3.
Thanks for
Well, that was
cheating
fun.
with the hotel show, too.
Yeah, it has been hotel. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like we
I
got to
didn't
talk
know that.
to
I'm like, whoa.
yeah,
Norman
I-
Reese
I'm
was
happy-
on like the recent episode, too. It's crazy.
And fun fact, Nid, like originally she was gonna be on our podcast. I think Fitz also DM'd her before. I remember in the back. One of our managers, Fitz, he was trying to get you on
we're
our
still- we're
podcast
still live.
before.
Oh, what for has been? Oh,
It wasn't happening, it was something else. But yeah,
Oh.
Bye-bye.
but, I just want to say thank you to Robin and Clay, Mr. Fight for like putting this together.
Thanks, Robin.
Yay!
Thanks, Anime America.
But now,
Thanks for watching,
Something-
everyone.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this. Make sure to leave a like and also hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing another panel with the American cast. Haley,
Hey.
Anthony.
Am I allowed to get into that if I'm awake?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you are more welcome to join again.
Send out.
Alright.
Yeah, I may
Why
do
not?
because it's easier to adhere to American time for me than
Stupid
Australian time.
Australians.
We ruin everything.
I may jump into that one as well.
Australians
possibly.
always
Oh,
living
why not?
upside
Let's crash
down.
it.
All right, let's get going.
Cut it.
All right.
We're gonna keep talking now.
Yeah.
Bye for like the fifth time.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for
Bye. I
tuning in.
am actually going to jump out now, so I love you guys. I'll see you soon. And thanks for hosting it,
Have a good
guys.
day, and I enjoy your character of
Have a good
Evelyn.
weekend.
The intro. But thank y'all so much for tuning in.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, thank y'all so
awesome.
much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, we'll see y'all next time on another panel.
And
Take care,
anyone who's on my
everybody.
channel, and anyone who's on my
And
channel, make sure
also
to leave a like, comment,
support
subscribe.
Super Raccoon Bros. He also allowed us to co-stream the event, so shout out to Jason over here. He's the man, and also get him to 100,000. He's so close to 100,000 to get us up.
I'm so close. I'm literally this close.
But yeah, take care.
Am I
everybody.
live? Can I pick my nose? I don't know.